Hey, we love that umbrella guy. All right. Thank you.
Stomping the floppy shoes so hard, it'll leak the class delirious. You praying to stop so much, it's like you're having a religious experience. Despite all of your denials, I know that you know me and your crew. Ask your girl the last time she phoned me. Allegedly, just admit that even now you sing along. And even after I wreck you, you gotta bump my song. You should copyright loser because the dictionary cloned you. Crushed so hard, now my cleats own you. It's that umbrella guy, clutching the verbal hammer, locking you down in this inescapable syllable slammer. You wanna step up and try to oppose me? Yeah, you should ask anyone that really knows me. I'll take your blame, your girl, your dog, and move in your home, only to get out the verbal flamethrower and consume your plastic gnomes. You drip, you whip, you ride, your bride consumed by this mic hitter, just to drop them on the market to the highest bidder. It's that umbrella guy, live from the hat rack, with elbows that hit so hard you'll think it's a nuclear impact. I mean respecting you, please, that's a word you'll never earn. Yet another lesson you clowns have never learned. Along with standing tall in pride and repping values that you feel, and not fake morals you found inside your happy meal. I listen to you with your speaking style education, wondering if your parents bred with their relations. Wearing your big red nose and still thinking that you're a star, while you're forced to bump that umbrella guy inside your clown car. Yeah, it's that umbrella guy, broadcasting live to the masses. Timing out full, sorry we ran out of free passes. We gotta go further and not just expose you. Listen and believe royalty, we gotta depose you. Getting masked up because this flow is criminal. Dropping hammers so hard, they're subliminal. Unconsciously you want me to own you, as the parasol pope is set to dethrone you. And I'm out.
All right, let me add Dave. He just popped in. What's up, Dave?
Oh, hello.
It's the big boy. It's big boy. It's
Big
the
boy.
You got your big boy pants on?
That's right, big boy Dave coming at you live. Sup?
Coming at you live from the AI hat rack. Man, I'm addicted to freaking AI music makers, I tell you.
Oh my god, I'm addicted to the Pond Scum AI artwork that's being sent to me. This one was given to me just now, a couple hours ago, by Hay Bales on Twitter. Hey, shout
I've
out
noticed
to-
that's all you've been posting for like 3 days, or pictures
Oh
of
my
little
God.
pond scum.
They're so incredible. Like, and I've got a bunch more that I'm gonna be, unveiling during this stream because they're so freaking awesome. Like, I can't even believe that we told AI to give us pond scum and they gave us these adorable creatures.
I know you can market those, man. You can make little
I
stuffed
know.
animals.
We can make an entire movie with the Pond Scum Posse. The Pond Scum Posse could be the greatest new Pixar film ever.
Yeah, we could tour like different aquariums where we get to speak about the proceeds of like why algae is a good thing. By the way, I didn't even know this technology, but I was able to have it so as soon as my stream ended, everyone automatically came over here. I'm like your opener.
I saw that.
You
I saw
didn't
your
know
flood
that?
in. I was like, aha, good times, man.
You didn't know how to do the redirect?
I didn't know.
I've
I've been on YouTube forever, and it's something a DUI guy pointed out. He was like, "Hey, have you been redirecting people?" I was like, what is that?"
Yeah, I don't have many YouTube friends. I've been alone in the sandbox for so long, and then Megan came along and offered me a sand pail. So here we are.
That makes me want to tear up inside because I was always the kid nobody wanted to play with. So if I'm offering somebody some toys to come and play with me and my friends, like that's awesome. That's what I aspire to in life, is to making others feel like they're part of the group.
This is that touching part of movies that I fast forward through. I mean, it really hits me in the feels. That's what I meant.
Oh God, you're funny. I can't wait to get to these documents. We have some serious tea, you guys. Serious.
This
Dave,
document.
What did you go over on your stream? I don't even know because I was not paying attention.
I'm not a professional, so I don't even know what was like a slam dunk or not. But we just saw this shocking new date apparently of the miscarriage. So I don't want to bury the lead here, but the whole system's
There's a new date.
New date, and it's early, and it makes you wonder what's going on with the pregnancy bump and everything else. I mean, wild times.
Oh, I can't wait to get to
This case gets crazier every day, man. I'm glad.
Has Douche Canoe Esquire dropped out yet?
No.
Is he out? No, he's
well.
Still in.
I saw him betting somebody $1,000 that he wasn't going to drop out, but I don't want to challenge his ego. Please drop out if you don't support your client. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he said if he found out that she lied, he would be out. Like, that's what he said. So I guess we're going to find out tonight if he meant that. Because from what I understand, we got a big whopper on our hands. A huge one. So should we start with Judge Mata's order about the motion to compel? Because that's a short
not
little
70-page file. That file was so big. Megan was like, "Hey, I'm going to send over something to make sure we can broadcast it," and it took Gmail like 4 minutes to send it over.
That's how big it is.
I was like, okay, must be great. Okay, let me pull up the.
Oh my God, the Pond Scum characters just keep coming in. They just keep coming in. I cannot get over how funny you guys are. On my Twitter, by the way, if you're making yourself your own little AI Pond Scum characters, please do tag me in it on Twitter at Megan Fox Writer. I love them. This is all I've been doing for 2 days. Going through the Pond Scum characters.
Like I said, I can't say much, man. I'm addicted to those AI freaking music makers.
Right. All right, here we go.
They're fun. It's like no talent required. It's pretty awesome.
I know. Just what your imagination can come up with.
All right. So you want me to read this?
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
I've got allergies and I've got an allergy sore throat, so
all right.
I'm gonna make you read, unless I have to pop in to be Laura.
And I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it because I have the best damn lawyer in the world, and I will own you.
Man, I'm curious about all this, man. Today looks like it's gonna line up good. So here's our order. Based on the motion to compel filed March 11th, 2024. And good cause appearing. So it is hereby ordered granting respondents motion to compel. We're getting our motion to compel on. That's good, man. I didn't know what any of these were. I haven't even had a chance to look at any of it. It is hereby ordered compelling petitioner to provide respondent with the following disclosures. 1, all non-privileged records and communications related to the 2014 paternity matter involving petitioner and redacted in California. That's
whoa.
This
who's
is
that?
That's crazy.
Dave, who's redacted in California?
Yeah.
No
this
shit.
Is victim zero, right? Yeah, this is the 10 years ago. And it's important because a lot of her claims about all of the fraud, it's all Greg Gillespie's hacking my account. Well, this was before she ever met Greg Gillespie. This information came out of nowhere during the deposition where they said, "Hey, have you ever been pregnant before?" And she said, "Yes," in 2014. And then because of that, they were able to find out that this guy was just, I guess, living in plain sight in San Francisco.
Okay, so this says all communications. Does that mean text messages between her and Mr. Mulvey? Let's just say it. His name's out there. I'm saying it. Does that mean text messages? Does it?
I wonder what all she's going to claim doesn't exist from 2014. Like anything.
Well, I mean, it says all non-privileged records and communications. That would mean emails and text messages between the two of them. I'm telling you, Mr. Mulvey, come out now, make your statement. Like, don't let her text messages be The story of this. Oh God, what is he waiting for?
I mean,
By
do you
the
think
way,
she
I have
has
not
text
heard from his
messages?
lawyer again. I have not heard from his lawyer again after her threatening
I'm
email to come after me or some
I mean,
shit.
they have the money to shut her down. That's the thing. Like she's practiced a lot of financial intimidation. She's done that with everyone, from alleged victims to YouTubers. So
Oh, and yeah, Matt's got tons of money. He's a financial guru guy. Like he lives in a huge mansion out by the ocean with a beautiful view. Like he could shut her down forever,
I'm
probably.
guessing you're not invited to
Allegedly.
Thanksgiving this year.
No, probably not. But you know what? Look, it's not like this guy was the victim of some, we've talked about this. Like you're a victim of a scam. So what? So what? I mean, it's terrible for you, but it's even worse for the people you don't speak out for, like who
I
don't
agree
have
with
the
you.
resources,
I agree with you. It's different. He's not in a position where he's a damsel in distress. He's in a position where he can do the right thing and help others. And I understand that ruffles a lot of feathers, but this is just where we're at. I mean, people are getting threats of crazy things going on right now. So you have to forgive some people for not giving him the patience when others are putting their neck on the line.
And chat, I mean, you can get angry about it, but listen, we're not the ones that put his name out there.
no, that's the kicker.
It was Douche Canoe, Esquire. So if you're angry about his name being out there, you need to go and complain to that guy because he's the one who put it out there in a public filing. And the fact that I have repeated his name here, it doesn't mean anything. It's out there. You've all read it. Everybody knows who we're talking about. So we'll just call him Matt from now on, okay? But still.
People are misinterpreting the money thing. What I'm saying is she's accustomed to being able to financially bully people into silence. And this dude, he can drop the thunder on her if he wants to.
Oh, he could.
Yeah, I mean, straight up. He's got real connections that have connections into every type of media. I mean, again, and I get it, man. This stuff it's horrible. It's horrible what this person has done to so many people. I hope when looking at it, I hope the pros out there do outweigh the cons. And he said, regardless, she is going to, otherwise, like you said, she's going to get to set the tempo on it.
I do think she'll do it again too. It's incredible. I think she'll do it again. And I think that it's going to take somebody like a victim zero to, especially because he's got the resources that he has, to really put an end to this. Like he has the actual ability. Yeah.
I mean, contractors, it's not just family court. She could do this to anybody in any way for a long, long time. She's young.
Imagine the impact if victim zero walked into the courtroom on June 10th, and took the stand to testify. Imagine the impact on the judge, on the world. Like, please, sir, please, I beg you. If this woman did this to you, tell people, because here's another thing. We've got now a second victim who is someone of note, of notoriety, someone people respect, who has a name. Like, no one's going to disbelieve him. Everyone will believe him immediately. And Mike Maricini did not have that. And Greg Gillespie did not have that. Clayton, frankly, didn't have that because he never gets the benefit of the doubt for whatever reason from the media. They always go with whoever's accusing him of whatever they're accusing him of. We've seen it happen 2 times now.
Man, let me tell you, March 28th, my stand-up show in Arizona, Clayton's parents came. I got a hug from her dad that almost made me cry. I'm sorry, excuse me, from Clayton's dad. This dude, I don't remember what he said, but he was like, "Thank you for believing in my son and for doing this." And it's like, you don't know until you get those first person like testimonials that it's like shit's real, and for him, he got justice for his son. No matter what happens, he's gotten it to some extent. Mike and Greg to a little bit, but Mike not so much. And it's ugly. And sometimes, they're fighting with Jane and maybe they said things they regret or whatever because they were being gaslighted or all these other things going on. We don't know. And that story's never going to get corrected amongst the people they went to high school with and college. Like everyone in in their own social circles has chatted about this. And anytime someone doesn't respond to him or whatever, he's going to wonder, did they Google my name? Is someone else get me? The amount of paranoia that probably exists, they'll never fully know.
Well, that's the problem. And I don't know how to fix an issue like this, but I mean, that's the problem with any accusation, like this type of accusation here. It automatically destroys. The accusation is substantiation to most people, and you're fighting against that. And sometimes it doesn't matter how much evidence you pile on. There are people out there that they're still, even if you correct it, I mean, so much doubt. Anyway, like you said, they're always going to wonder. But on top of that, there are always people that are going to doubt you. It's nasty. Let's see. Number 2. All medical records for petitioner from Planned Parenthood Mission Viejo from on or about June 7th, 2023.
Good luck. I believe they've already said. I believe they've already said they don't have anything, and her explanation is, "Well, I went there anonymously." No, you can't do that. That's not okay. It's not a thing.
Let's get that. It's so good. The name and contact info for the medical abortion pill provider who informed petitioner she was pregnant with male and female twins, and any of all communications between the provider regarding the same, including but not limited to any sonogram and related records provided by petitioner.
And if I remember correctly, and Dave, you can fill me in here, but when she got the news about male and female twins, that was really early in the pregnancy, correct?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't come out for a while, but yeah, and it's from this random person that probably doesn't exist. That's the problem, is they're never going to find these people because they're not real, unless they are. But like, how do you find
that mother effer is not real?
So yeah, I mean, and they also said like that you would never, anyone who works, I don't know, at a pharmacy or wherever you're getting this abortion pill, they would not have the ability to, first of all, physically tell between boy and girl or male and female, but also ethically, it wouldn't be in their job scope. So like, it just wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. I'm adding to my list of lies, by the way. I have an ongoing list of lies.
Oh man, you're gonna have a binder full of them.
We have a big document we've been working on coming out tomorrow that's just going to share the timeline of lies, like when the lie was said and when it, it's a very 3-dimensional, because it's like in January she said that in November she actually miscarried in September. Now we're finding out it's July. How the hell is anybody supposed to keep track of this?
It's insane.
Well, and that's the problem. You create this many lies and you can't keep track of it, I mean,
but Sabine says a binder full of lies.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. It turns out she didn't have a pregnant belly. It was her binder underneath her shirt. I think I've got her case locked down.
Oh, God. Oh, by the way, in my Lego creation that I'm going to unveil soon of Douche Canoe Esquire's office, Douche Canoe and Tramp Stamp Esquire, I actually created a character. I figured out how to make a minifig who is pregnant with a detachable bump, and the bumps are different sizes. So wait till you see that, because it's got the detachable belly. It's fantastic. I got to do a unveiling soon.
You and the Legos are awesome.
I know. I have a problem. My daughter says that I have the tism. I don't know. Maybe that's true. If it's true, autism sufferers unite, because you know what? I feel you in your Lego obsession.
So the number 4, the name and contact info of the telehealth doctor petitioner spoke with on the day of the miscarriage and all communications with the provider regarding the same, including images of the 2 stillborn fetuses with the date clearly shown that petitioner alleges that she provided. Well, good luck with that not popping up too.
The day of the miscarriage. Okay, so here's the thing though. If now she's claiming it happened in July, I guess there is a small possibility that she could have had a telehealth appointment and that doctor might have told her she didn't have to go to emergency or didn't have to go in, although I find that very hard to believe. I will have to check with my OBG. In fact, I'm going to text my OBGYN on call and ask him if any reasonable doctor would not recommend at, what is this? We're talking 8 weeks approximately in July. If any reasonable doctor could say you don't need a follow-up after a miscarriage, because I don't know. I haven't had a miscarriage. So I don't know what the protocol is, but even if it happens at like 8 weeks, don't you have to go and be followed up on? I would think you do. I don't know. Can women in the chat who've gone through this please explain to me if that's something you would go get checked out? Okay. Sorry, Todd. Continue.
And number 5, the text messages between petitioner and Sarah Navarro, the day of miscarriage, where petitioner sent images of the fetuses with all pertinent metadata.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. So it's ordered that she has to provide those. Wow, she's got 8 days or no later than April 19th, 2024.
Can I just say right now that if such photographs exist, I hope they are sealed forever. I really don't want to see that. Just saying.
I think here's what my thought is. I don't know, and I hate to be like crass and even ask, but wouldn't a miscarriage that early look kind of like a period? I mean, it would be very similar to a period, no?
Well, it would be like, it would be similar, but it would have like blood clotting. I would imagine like very big, like lots of blood clots, I would assume.
And my guess is it certainly wouldn't be like a 15-week, it wouldn't be something.
No.
Of course.
No, there'd be no body. No, it would be a big blood clot.
If she was never actually pregnant, then she may just have a photo of her period. And it because whether or not, okay, so it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of breaking my head right now to think about it, because if she thought, oh, they told me it wasn't a big deal, obviously you would go right to the doctor, right? I mean, we had something sort of similar, which is kind of normal when early in a pregnancy, you might bleed a little bit and then you go right to the doctor. You're there the next day. You're nervous, you're worried, you're stressed out. She doesn't do any of those things.
I can't imagine not going to the doctor after having what I thought was a miscarriage. Like, I can't imagine not going to my OBGYN, who I've been going to since this thing got confirmed that I'm pregnant. I can't imagine not doing that. Now, I haven't been through it, but even if I went through it at home by myself, I would be making the appointment to go in the morning immediately. The chat is all on the side of follow-up, absolutely necessary. Yes, you would go to your doctor. Okay, Gwendolyn, though, says, I had a miscarriage at 1, 2, and 3 months. It's painful, but I didn't go see the doctor after. Gwendolyn, did you talk to your doctor, though? Were there instructions? Were there things you had to do, medicine you had to take? Some people say there's a medicine you have to take. So there would be a record of that, too. So I don't know. I know that not everybody has to have a DNC, and usually the DNC comes at a later stage. But even if this is her story now, that it happened in July, I'm sorry. What? You told a judge in February that your miscarriage happened a month or two before November. You would have remembered if it was July, just by the seasonal changes alone, okay? Because July in Arizona is absolute hell, whereas September in Arizona is a little less than hell. Okay, you're like there is a difference. Okay.
all this does my brain in, man. All of it.
Well, we are three rational people trying to figure out chaos right now, and it's just you just can't do it.
It's insane.
All right.
And then
we got
everyone
the
wants to know, what about the bump in November?
Right.
Yeah, indeed. I don't know. Every day when I sit down after streams, I think, wait a minute. I didn't process this portion of it. Yeah, like new questions come up all the time.
Oh, here we go. I can't
70.
wait for this.
69 page. Ooh, that's the other lawyer's alleged favorite number. 69 plus 10.
69.
Yeah, there you go. So, respondent Clayton Echard, by and through counsel. Actually, this is the response objection to petitioner's motion to compel lunch. It's so dumb.
He wants to be lunch bros. He wanted a lunch date real bad.
Dave, did you get a lunch date invite?
Well, I've been very privileged to dine with just about everyone other than Jane Doe.
Did his lawyer want you to?
Did the lawyer?
meet him out for
Was he like,
lunch?
hey, can I take you out for breadsticks?
No, he wanted a phone call. I think he wanted to see how we did on the phone call before he asked me to compel me to do lunch. But I think we were on that path. He sought a lunch date, but did not receive a lunch date.
Oh, that's funny.
1 second. I
That
gotta
is
open.
funny. Oh, you got to open another rocket pop.
Yes, she's come down here. No strawberries this time. She's dressed like a pumpkin. Yeah, you're a pumpkin today, huh?
Oh, Dave, get ready for it. This is what's going to be happening to you during your live stream.
Yeah, every time you try to have a
Every time you try to stream.
Yep.
I can't wait.
Yeah, Tug's little one hears when he's starting to talk, and she will literally come running to the microphone every time.
She's got there's something with kids, man. They know when the phone rings.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, you could be 3 levels away. You could be outside your driveway, whatever. They hear the phone and they come flying. It's crazy. All right. So respondent rather, Clayton Echard, by and through counsel, hereby objects. I like we got an underline there. Objects and responds to petitioner's motion to compel lunch, alternative relief, filed April 8th.
I love this.
I read ahead there. I was like, wait a minute.
Don't read ahead. You're going to ruin it.
As and for his response, respondent states as follows. Maybe this was meant as a joke.
Well, that is the way we took it.
Even if it was real, it was a joke, But in the context of the other communications from petitioner, bar complaints, that's plural, by the way. They made sure to make sure that was plural.
Underlined.
That's fascinating. Yeah, I mean, that's really interesting. We've seen one of them so far that's popped up. I've seen one.
Two.
Okay.
Well, she referenced two in the filing that I read today. We only had the one against Greg Woodnick, but the one against Alexis Lindvall, I hear we may have soon, but she referenced it in the one against Greg, which was denied. Dave, was it denied the same day that she turned it in, or like the day after or something?
It was, faster than anything else we've seen in this court case. It was like immediately dunked back.
Yeah, right. Because it's garbage. Because the bar will not get involved in current litigation. Like, that's just not a thing that it does.
Bar complaints, more threats of bar complaints, threats of lawsuits, hinting at lawsuits against journalists and allegations of ARP. It is inappropriate. Indeed.
Yeah. I like that he put in there the hinting at lawsuits against journalists. I mean, this guy has been a real dickbag. I mean, he came in swinging that hammer with no evidence on his side that he had a right to swing that hammer. And yeah, it fell flat, sir.
Yeah, when we do do testing and whatnot, in our field, we call that confirmation bias. But then again, I mean, it sounds like he He wanted the result. I mean, again, he came in with no background on it, and he already knew. He was asking for quote unquote evidence to prove him wrong. But I mean, people have provided all of that, and they shouldn't. By the way, you shouldn't help him figure out how to defend his client.
But even when we gave him the answers he was looking for, he was like, "Oh, I don't know about that. I give me a break. I've only been in this for 8 days." It's like, dude, you asked for evidence, and now you're just going to ignore the evidence we've given you. That's really not how any of this works.
Parenthetically, the case law cited by petitioner is factually distinct from this matter, where petitioner continues to evade compliance with basic disclosure. That is very true too.
Yep.
To be clear, respondent does not object to the notion of lunch with petitioner's counsel. However, as repeatedly expressed to petitioners, see below, respondent will not engage in lunch without the compelled disclosure and in light of the nature of petitioner's communications without a neutral third party present.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, and I don't know how you don't get that. Because this guy has been, and it's interesting. Greg's always so professional, right? He's like, I'm not objecting to going to lunch with this dude. But for one, you haven't complied with the motion to compel, which the judge ordered. And for two, now we need a witness. I mean, I would have told him, if I were giving him advice, I would say, don't ever meet with this guy without a tape recorder rolling.
Indeed. Without a Netflix film crew. I got you.
Which he would probably really like.
Indeed. Carries headshots with it. Oh man, that's got to be fun. Now, as detailed in an email to petitioner's counsel, April 1st, April Fools 2024. As for lunch, I enjoy food. In my 24 years of practice, I've never said no to a lunch or beer invitation, but I'm saying not now. Perhaps.
Whoa, wait. This is an email that Greg Woodnick sent to petitioner's counsel? Well, my goodness, sir, you told us that he refused to communicate with you.
That's true.
That's strange. Would we call that? I think we would call that, I don't know, a lie.
By the way, do you know how triggering it is? This reminds me of every girl that's not accepted a date with me. No, it's not a no. It's just a not now, Dave. And I'm like, but why? I wish I could have compelled a few dates.
You compel them for a date. And they're like, but we need a neutral third party, Dave.
I just want to say that right now I am submitting a motion to compel the chat to hit the like button and subscribe. And that means because I have submitted a motion to compel you to do that, you have no other choice to hit that like button and subscribe. There it is. It is so ordered.
I did the
motion granted, Dave says. Yeah, I lost my she lied button. I was about to go and press that, and I realized when I did my backup, I must have put my she lied button before I did the backup. So when my Stream Deck went dead today, the backup didn't put Greg on my board, and I'm very sad about that. But oh well.
Perhaps this would be nothing more than fodder for a future blog post, but I trust you're being sincere. Your statements in emails.
A future blog post. Damn. Way to tell the judge that Skippy over here has a blog.
Yeah, and you should read the archives of it. They are very frosty.
Very interesting with the
Yeah.
I will dance on your graves. I will read your obituaries and put them in the trash.
Stop dragging feces on the floor, cockroaches. Okay.
Okay then. Professional.
Yeah.
I knew that was coming.
Okay, professional time.
Professional.
Over the phone, on your blog, on your Twitter, etc., may have been the product of passion, but they were received as combative and unpleasant. Indeed.
Oh man, I love him.
Given your verbiage and your approach online into my team, I think Judge Maddow will sign with me on any trepidation issues here. That said, I am quick to forgive. And if your email is meant to be an olive branch apology for the professional allegations and overzealous advocacy, I would certainly accept that apology. Man, that's pretty big of him, I have to say, for real.
You know, Dave, I think that Greg is like your spirit animal. Like
Yeah.
this is something Dave would write because Dave believes in a friendly universe, and
Well,
this
it
sounds like
just
something
looks
you would write.
you write it knowing there's an audience of people that are going to go, oh, well said. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
do you any good to be super petty. This is like marriage counseling 101. He's
My
like,
God.
while I think you were sincere, it came off hurtful. And it's like, it was well said.
Man, I am the opposite of this. I'm like, fuck you, asshole. Like you're gonna come at me. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna come back at you 10 times as hard.
Yeah,
Because
really? I'm gonna do 10 streams laughing at your dumb ass. That's me.
I am not gonna give you an opportunity to apologize. Fuck you. Like that's me. But that's why I love you, Dave. And that's why I tell people Dave's a better person than I am. So when you come after Dave, you piss me off because Dave is not like me. I get it if you're mad at me. Like be mad at me all you want because I'm a little hard to take. I get it. But Dave on the other hand, or Greg on the other hand, like you come at them and I'm like, holy shit, what's your problem? You know?
Well, thank you. But I do have things that annoy me. This just isn't it. This just isn't it. He's yet to find out how to get under my skin. Maybe if he took subtle digs at my audio quality or that I'm not farther along in my stand-up career than I'd like, that would do it. But this not so much.
It's just amazing to me. I admire people like you, Dave, who have like the patience of Job when it comes to this kind of dick baggery that we see here. I admire that because I don't possess it. I immediately go to DEFCON 1, like I'm at it's go time. As soon as somebody pushes that button with me, let's go. You want to go? You want to tangle? You want to go? I'm here. Let's go. And it's amazing to me. People and I get that from my dad. I mean, this is the man who walked into a transmission shop and they took his money and didn't give him a new transmission, and he took their shelving unit of oil and just like dropped it all over the floor and was like going through the screen to take the guy outside. That's where I come from. That's my and then when he left the building, he took the door off the hinges. So if you're ever wondering where I get my zeal, talk to my dad. Okay. But like, I don't get it. And I love that there are people like you who exist because man, I don't know how you do it. I need lessons.
I think that's the game he might have wanted to play, and it's just not my game. So I can't fight I'm not going to fight a lawyer with like law threats. That's not my deal. I'm just going to make, stupid jokes about it and make 17 videos. Like that's what I do.
I don't know, man. I could see you going Hulk. You're like, why are you talking about the quality of my short shorts?
Well, I did see Dave lose it a little bit one time on a stream. And it was that, I don't even remember who, but someone it was probably Laura, mentioned his wife. And Dave, I will never forget this. Dave was like, keep my wife's fucking name out your fucking mouth. That, I would say be careful around Tasha because Dave will break, and it's probably if she gets hurt. That's when Dave's gonna go off.
Yeah. Well, but that's another example of like I'm not offended on behalf of me; it's on behalf of someone else. Like I kind of whenever I rail when other people get into shit because I feel like they might not have a voice, but I'm like, I'm okay. I'll handle it here. But yeah, don't go near my wife. Like I don't remember what she said, but I was like, get that out of here, you idiot. What are you doing? Like, stop
She
it.
mentioned your wife's pregnancy, I think, which was really inappropriate. It was like, are you kidding me? With all
like she had no problem. Yeah, when I was on my baby moon, sending me cease and desist. But now,
Now
garbage.
suddenly you have some concern for my pregnant wife. Like, no, get out of here with that. That's insane. But
Which,
yeah,
by
I
the
mean,
way,
I've
is
literally
sort of-
never seen Dave get mad, except for that one moment where I could tell you were legitimately upset. But it's
well, you
great
don't
that
want to
you have
give
that
it all
kind of
away.
time.
It's like a slow moving song here. There's only one crescendo, and that's when you mess with my wife. Which, sometimes you just don't know these sorts of defensive aspects exist, because I've never had someone try to put her, I mean, once in a while people will say things online and I'm like, just don't go there. Like, what are you doing? What? No, don't go there. That's not it. But with this, it's like, she'll, one of the plays I wanted, and I haven't reached out to her sister, Jane Doe's sister, but it's like, come on, Jane Doe's sister had a baby last year. We're having a baby, from like soon to be parents to others. Like, you're putting my family through a lot right now. Could you just be a part of the solution, not the problem? And I know it's a lot to ask, but I mean, what is she worried about? Not getting the family inheritance? Like, what the hell is going on out there?
I wonder that too. But you never know. I mean, it clearly, I think that the mom in this situation may suffer from the same thing that Laura suffers from, and who knows what it's been like to grow up in that, who
By the way,
knows.
people are asking what page we're on. 2.
2. You can see at the top of the screen it says 2 of 69. If
Not
you're
even the bottom of
wondering.
2.
Yeah, it's right here.
Midway through
I'm-
2.
And there's a 3 right there.
Yes, you're gonna need more beer for this. Why did you come without enough beer? I have an entire decanter of bourbon on my desk, as you can hear the clinking. That's an entire decanter of bourbon. I'm on glass 1, but I'll be quickly going to glass 2. I'll let you know when we get there.
As further provided to petitioners, counsel 4424. While I appreciate your right to speak on all issues, every time I scan, I see the other stuff, and I was like, "Ooh, your right to speak on the issues." I am deeply uncomfortable with the tone you're using in emails to my office, on Twitter, and in your blog.
I'm deeply
Indeed.
uncomfortable with it too.
I mean, it's, you're sending them to my office. That's kind of crazy. Comments like, I am the Conor McGregor of litigation. Oh my God.
Oh,
Ugh.
Dave, I never got to hear any of your jokes about the Conor McGregor of litigation. Could you repeat some of them now in case you had any? I don't know. Like I
didn't. That's like when something's too good, it's not even worth going after. Like that was just
like it's funny enough just on its own.
Yeah, like what do we do with it? Like he's the Conor McGregor of litigation, as in you drink like an Irishman, and I don't know. Like I don't even know where I would go with this.
What's funny is I just rewatched that I watched that Roadhouse remake, and Conor McGregor's in it. Yeah, Conor McGregor is the bad guy in it, so it's kind of funny.
Oh, I gotta watch that. I didn't know Conor McGregor was in it. Now I have to watch it.
Yeah, and imagine the whole time. Imagine this guy thinking he's the E version of that.
All right, everyone's homework assignment is to go watch the new Roadhouse.
That's actually what I was going to watch that tonight, actually.
Really?
Oh, well, now you have to
there
picture
you go.
Douche Canoe as McGregor the entire time.
It's
You have to,
it's an all right movie. I really like the
My
original.
husband
The
liked
Roadhouse
it.
is a
Listen, my
masterpiece.
husband's favorite all-time movie is the original Roadhouse. Like it's literally his favorite movie ever, and he liked the remake. So I can't think it can't be that bad.
It's not. I thought it was a good. It's just when you remake something, you draw in the parallels, and that's rough. Because
Right.
you can never outdo the.
But I
original
heard it
Roadhouse.
was like a different movie. Like it's just
It
kind
is.
of the same idea, but a different story.
It is. They just had a good, a sales ploy. They were like, "Hey, Roadhouse," and it worked. I mean, a lot of people tuned in, and they were like, "Hey, I want to see how this compares."
I guess I don't know why they don't just do like Roadhouse, the continuing story. Like why call it Roadhouse or Roadhouse 2? Instead of like trying to redo or make a remake. Like I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see after everybody watches it. Then we can actually
Okay.
discuss what the Conor McGregor of litigation is actually channeling.
Now I have to watch it.
And I look forward to reading their obituaries. Really invokes something extremely unpleasant. You do say.
Wait, I have to point out that Flux is in the chat and she just wrote, I am the Ian McGregor of #Megan's Homos. Dave, I don't know if you know this, but I have a crew of LGBTQ people who are on my channel. We call them My Homos, #My Homos. And in fact, they made some Pond Scum today, the LGBT version of my Pond Scum posse. I'll pull that up later because it's
very
freaking
nice.
hilarious. Oh, it's freaking hilarious. But it's always, this is my response to Reddit when they call me all the phobics, the homophobics, the transphobics. No. I have my own homos. Thank you very much. And we love each other very much. But thank you to the Conor McGregor of my homos in the chat, Flux. I see you. I see you.
I saw people going off about this next part on social media too. Using the term special ed in a derogatory way is also not something I'm comfortable with either as a lawyer and parent.
Damn, son.
Yeah, people were lighting it up over there on his timeline because
it's not even like he said retarded, which no one would have noticed. If he had said the word, just use the retarded word, no one would have noticed because no one calls special ed kids that. The word retarded is clearly only used for, people we're making fun of. No one uses special ed to make fun of people because your kid might be in a special ed class. No one uses that. I don't know if he was using that to be politically incorrect and then just totally failed. He should have just used retarded and no one would have cared.
What was really weird about it is, he goes on to challenging and then he apologizes to the person. And then days later, he deletes all of his replies and apologies. I was like, wait a minute.
He deleted his apologies?
Yes.
But we have screenshots, Dave. Did you see the apologies for the special ed stuff?
I certainly did. He offered to even give them a gift card.
Yeah, gift card
to Olive Garden, probably.
I mean, look, I think an apology is fine. But like he says, the toothpaste is out of the tube. I mean, it's just crazy. It was crazy to begin with.
Tug, I'm sharing something I want you to pull up because this one is killing me. One of you just sent me a Pond Scum AI, a weed smoking Pond Scum posse with dreads and breadsticks. By the way, he's got a joint and breadsticks. Can I just say, well done, sir. Well done. Just had to bring that up.
Is that a lily pad ashtray or something?
I think so. And look at all the marijuana plants growing everywhere. They're everywhere. This might be my favorite one so far. I look at the t-shirt, Pond Scum Posse. Damn. Rasta Pond Scum. #Rasta Pond Scum. Oh, but where to generate? If you guys are looking for how to generate these things, go to Bing. Copilot AI image generator. I use Bing AI generator. It's all good stuff. It's all free, and do it now.
Yeah, you can do it. Midjourney, but Bing is easy, fast, free.
Bing
like you
is
said.
so easy.
So easy.
Roach smoking roach, says Flux. Get that roach cash. Get under that refrigerator and scoop up all that cash. We're scurrying around, me and Tug and Dave. We're just little roaches scurrying around for that cash. By the way, speaking of roach cash, make sure you're sending those roach super chats because the breadsticks aren't going to buy themselves. Folks.
I know I got some roachlings to feed. What are you talking about?
Roachlings. Damn.
Number 3, I have never tweeted in my life. There are certainly passionate followers on this case from Bachelor Nation. He notes, due to your client bringing the matter to the world's attention. And actually, that's very true.
So
I mean, it's very true. That said, I was forwarded some of the postings over the past few days as well as your recent blog post, and I'm just not sure why you are engaging with them. We don't. I'm also not certain why you're publishing court documents and your client's personal medical records contrary to court order.
Okay, so I was right. Like he's claiming that like, oh, well, she has a right to publish her own medical records. But I said from the beginning, but the judge said, I don't want to see it from either side. So if you're saying you need your medical records sealed and then you go on to publish your medical records, what kind of message does that send to the judge? And so I'm so glad he said that. And also, by the way, I would just like to point out that I have hounded Greg Woodnick for comments on things. I've hounded him. The man is very polite. He always responds and he'll say, I can't comment on this right now. He gave me one comment a while ago, and that's why I keep asking, because if I don't ask, you don't get, right? But he's very polite to me. He's never told me to go fuck myself. He's never like, not responded. He'll respond and just say, I can't comment on this right now. So when he says that he doesn't do these things, he's absolutely telling the truth. He's given me one comment that I could publish, that he told me I had permission to publish. And that was it. That was the thing about when she accused him of drugging, kidnapping, and raping her. And I wanted to know if he had, brought it to the attention, if he had a comment about that. And he did. And he said that was the only thing he was comfortable commenting on. He did send me a press release, when the press release went out, because he knew that I wanted to be kept up to date. I mean, I asked him for comments and stuff. So he did. He was polite enough to send that to me when Clayton released a press release. But this man has been exactly what I expect a lawyer to be. Like when I email lawyers, let's just be totally clear, for press inquiries, I usually don't expect to get much, because that's the norm. The norm is we can't talk about current litigation. Here's a statement I might be able to give you on this particular thing. And that's it. And that's how he's been with me. So yeah, no, he hasn't done any of this. He's not out there tweeting. He's not putting things out there in the public. So the question, the question is, why is the Conor McGregor of litigators doing it? Just saying.
Maybe you just don't understand how awesome the Conor McGregor of litigators is. I mean, you will never understand what it takes to be on that level, Megan.
Maybe that's it.
Well, didn't Conor McGregor? I mean, it's maybe he is the Conor McGregor of litigators, because Conor McGregor's been getting knocked out late in his career, right? I mean, that's just how it works. You're good until you're not, and then your body takes one too many hits, and it thinks it's better than it is.
Maybe that's what he meant. Maybe that's what he meant.
Yeah, like I should have retired. I'm the Conor McGregor.
Maybe I should retire.
Oh my God! Do you have a Pope hat on the Umbrella Guy in your icon right now?
I do.
Are you?
Yeah.
Nick Rekieta is gonna have words with you later. Oh, that's so funny. So funny.
Yes, props to Dead Punk, man. He makes the funniest stuff.
There's a new pope in town. Damn, is that?
That's right, man.
Are you throwing down with Rekieta?
I'm blessing all you mad fools.
Let's get the rumor mill going. Tug is challenging Rekieta's pope status. Damn.
No, he's just the law pope, man. I take everything else.
The Pope of YouTube. Oh my God, Tug, you're the Pope of YouTube.
Oh no.
Oh, that's so funny.
I need a lot of holy water for that. All right.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay. Lunch does not fix the fact that the petitioner has failed to provide disclosure, notwithstanding the granted motion to compel. These antics have delayed the work of both medical and forensic expert reports, as the experts are waiting for the alleged twin fetus pictures, records between petitioner and Sarah Navarro on the date of the alleged miscarriage, and the alleged records from the telehealth doctor that allegedly treated petitioner for her alleged miscarriage. Man, there's a lot of alleged in there, aren't there?
Uh-huh.
That's why I every stream, by the way, they just start with blanket alleged. That way I don't have to say it a lot. Everything is alleged. These reports were specifically confirmed to be in the possession of petitioner's counsel when he stated Greg That's not going to be a problem. You're going to love the image dates because the images are dated July 23rd, 2023.
What?
He points that out too. July? I like
Oh
that.
my God. Okay, I think now we know why John Douche Canoe Esquire did not post this motion to his blog. Because this is ridiculous.
What? He's not turning over a new leaf and
He should
you know,
be
not
exiting this case after this motion. That's what should happen. Because he said that if his client lied, he would leave this case. This is the third date that she has given us now, right? Right? Or yeah. Okay. Wait. Okay, this just hit me. His last piece of evidence. Oh my God, Dave. His last piece of evidence that he published in his blog was her October HCG reading. And he is now saying without any irony at all that she had a miscarriage in July when he just argued on his blog that the reason her HCG levels were so low was that she was in the process of miscarrying in October. Am I the only one seeing this?
No, I'm
Dave.
saying
Dave, where'd you go?
I'm broken. I've fallen to the ground. HCG is supposed to be in like the 100,000 levels, you know, that point in your pregnancy.
200,000 with twins.
But I mean, the obvious thing is that she knew, because I don't know if she ever actually got her HCG tested. She just knew it tested positive, right? Because when you take a pregnancy test, it's either test positive or it doesn't. And when we took ours, even though it was early on in the pregnancy, it tested positive like hard and fast. It was like a full-blown line. A faint line, I don't remember exactly what showed up on her line, but she knew she was going to test positive. But those numbers change. In that 102 level
they
is just
double.
nothing.
They double every
They
24
double like
hours,
every
they double.
13 hours. Yeah, every 13 to 25 hours they double.
Yeah.
So within a couple weeks, it's already,
Yeah, but Dave, did you
higher.
realize what I just said? That his last blog was about her October HCG serum result, the blood test. In October, she was whatever it was, 104, 102, something like that. Higher than it should be. It suggested a woman in her early stages of pregnancy, but he claimed it was so low because she was in the process of miscarrying in October.
Yeah.
Now he's saying with no irony whatsoever, with no explanation whatsoever, that it happened in July. Does he hear himself? Put down the Jack Daniels, douche canoe. Put it down for a minute. What is happening?
That's a full trimester off right there. Yeah.
But he already gave us the argument that she was miscarrying in October. How does he then go back and say this happened in July?
I kind of feel like he's just workshopping his argument, but I don't know, like, if anyone has ever done that. He's like, hey, how about this argument? And then he lets 1,000 people prove him wrong. And then he's like, okay, we won't do that one.
But is he counting on the fact that that Greg's not watching? That just because Greg doesn't tweet on Twitter doesn't mean he's not reading it.
And like real experts with HCG, I mean, what I've been told is that the HCG is all over the place. Like there should be sort of a standard. No, I get it. Your hormones change. They plateau at a certain level. HCG plateaus at a certain level of pregnancy and this and that. But, I'm confident an expert could look at that and go, what's going on? Well, the problem is she keeps moving the goalposts. Like we need to know when's the actual date. Like lock in your final answer, Jane. Lock it in. When did you miscarry? You know what I mean? And then we can go from there. But there's too many multiple choice options she's giving us that it's throwing everybody in a different directions here.
I like the super chat from Tracy. Thanks for the 5. She said, come on, guys. The ultrasound clearly shows she's pregnant with 2 healthy Adobe stock photos.
Thank you for reminding us and getting us back on track, Tracy. We appreciate that.
Petitioner testified in number 2, related protective order proceedings and are at her deposition in March
Oh,
Here's
wait, we got a footnote.
as detailed in an email to petitioner 32924, giving us the picture and timestamp for a forensic technology expert, Brian Neumeister.
Did you know that was the same guy that did the Johnny
Yep.
Depp trial?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got the same tech expert. Can you believe that, Tug? Are you
Yeah.
dying or what?
Actually, that guy was actually pretty good, to be honest.
He was super good.
Yeah.
He was super good. All right,
I mean,
sorry,
he's
I
the
just
one
had
that
to point that out.
well, he's the one that pointed out all the discrepancies in the metadata, all the issues that came up. Yep.
Uh-huh.
When there is already admissions of records fraud, and a trial in 2 months is also not something that requires delay. And as we said before, we will address the photo if it is complemented by the alleged verifiable metadata and medical record. Laura claims she deleted the picture from her iPhone, claimed that Sarah deleted too, but also claimed she sent it to the telemed provider. There should be a very clear digital footprint for Neumeister, and a picture of a picture is not going to cut it in light of the history and her testimony.
Right.
We are also awaiting the original sonogram she claimed she got anonymously from PPH, which has affirmed it does not offer anonymous appointments. So there you go with the anonymous appointment thing. And that has an easily accessible patient portal. There was the sonogram she admitted she doctored, and that is the core of our motion for relief under the OOP cause number. That was number 1. Number 2, when you speak with redacted, they will confirm the fabricated documents and fake pregnancy allegations were happening back in 2014. And Lipsy, since you saw she blamed Greg Gillespie for the other ultrasounds that came from her email address and phone number in emails and texts and will be verified by Neumeister, she should be reminded that she did not even know Greg existed back in 2014.
Oh my. Oh my.
When she first claimed to be fake pregnant by redacted, and the records were fake.
Fake pregnant. Fake pregnant. Hashtag fake pregnant. Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, who's she gonna blame it on? Who's she gonna blame it on now? When Greg, she hadn't even met him yet. Who's the next person who hacked into her accounts?
So this is where I was wondering where 2 came up. Let's see. So that came up on the end at her deposition in March, and made statements before this court that grossly differ on the timeline for alleged miscarriage, also known as perjury.
We've got a footnote. Number 2.
Isn't that?
Oh, that is that? It should
No, this is it. My bad.
This one.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Petitioner also presented evidence, quote unquote, evidence rather, in these proceedings that include alleged videos of her, quote unquote, pregnant stomach, and statements by her neurologist that she, quote, looked 21 weeks pregnant. If petitioner is now claiming that she, quote unquote, miscarried in July, she would not have a visibly growing pregnancy stomach that looked 21 weeks. Yes.
Right to jail, right away.
Yeah.
No, she wouldn't have. Like, the pregnancy stomach is insane. This is insane.
This is all insane.
If let's just say allegedly, if she had been pregnant, even by Clayton, let's say maybe the crusty Clayton came back to life and traveled up her, you know what, in somehow, or she had it in her mouth and she spit it into a cup in the bathroom and like shoved it up there with a turkey baster that she had in her purse. Nope. I don't know. Let's say
it's a little sperm Terminator. It's back to Terminator tonsils. You don't know.
Let's just say that that's what happened, and she was pregnant, and then she lost this pregnancy in July. What she did from July through December 27th is inexcusable, claiming she was 100% pregnant in November, showing up with the pregnancy belly in October at the hearing and being filmed with it and rubbing it and then saying she didn't do that. Well, then there's something wrong with you, ma'am, and you have a tumor, although you were seen at the status hearing and you were very thin. So did you have a tumor removal between then and, between October and February?
The
This
other
is
crazy
insane.
part about the fake baby bump, you go, okay, whatever. The camera, maybe, you can't make any excuses for it. But
What?
then,
The
10
camera?
pounds- The camera
Dave,
adds 10 pounds to
there
your
is
belly.
no
like you're-
camera angle. Now, I
no,
admit
I'm saying
that
that.
bad camera angle has shown many
Hold
cheeks
on,
on
I'm
me
setting.
that I am not
He's like,
happy
stop
with.
Megan.
But
I'm
I have
setting up
never
a
had a
point.
camera angle show me it to be 7 months pregnant, sir.
Motion to let me get to my point.
Motion granted.
She asks the judge, can I show Clayton the baby? Like, she asked the judge that. So that's just, it's one thing if maybe, she's literally asking, and the judge, of course, says no. But I kind of
No.
wish the judge said yes. Like, I wish, because she didn't know that was public, that live stream. And I would have loved it if the judge was like, yeah, sure. Back up a little bit. Give us a nice wide shot of that thing.
That would have been hilarious.
That would have been good. Dave just discovered that I will talk over anyone in any moment. Dave got his first taste of Megan
for it.
Megan Interruptus. It's a thing. There's a whole joke about it. That's funny. Sorry, Dave.
Wait,
My
he's-
ADHD sometimes gets in the way.
He's live streamed with you how many times? And he's just now gotten a taste of it. That's crazy.
I've been trying to control it, but the meds have worn off by 8 p.m.
Yeah,
He's
is
got Conor-
that
she's
that what's
got
in the
Conor
decanter?
McGregor's brain.
Oh, Megan is Interruptus. Thank you, Cross Stitching's Queen. I'm going to have that put on a pillow. I'm going to cross stitch that on a pillow. My meds have worn off. There's no excuse for me now. Or that is the excuse.
That is an excuse, straight up.
Actually, that is the excuse.
Perhaps in addition to trying to cajole a trial continuance, the missing disclosure has not been provided because it contains more fabricated records. Instead of acknowledging that she lied to this court, instead of petitioner has ostensibly dialed up her Photoshop skill. Shit.
You know what? You got to think that Judge Mata has been so probably thrilled to have this case, to have all this hilarious shit to read. Imagine the kind of motion she reads all day in family court. Like it's depressing shit. At least here there are no actual children being hurt by this. I mean, clearly Clayton's being hurt, but at the same time, like, this is some entertaining shit. Judge Mata, God, she'll never be able to talk about this case, unfortunately. I wish she could, because eventually one day, boy, wouldn't it be fun to sit down with her and just be like, seriously, what was your reaction when you got the response to the motion to lunch? Wouldn't you love to hear it?
This would be one to include in your memoirs, right here. She insisted on deposing Echard in February, video recorded, and allowed her series of since withdrawn attorneys, Bonnie Platter, Alexis Linval, and Corey Keith, to unwittingly use a sonogram exhibit that she since has admitted to doctoring.
Mhm.
Oh, that's terrible. This is the same fake sonogram she flaunted, claiming she was pregnant with Echard's quote-unquote twins after showing up to court before judges. Is that Judge Duty?
Yes, that's
Judge-
really his name.
Okay.
I regret to inform you that is his name.
With an ostensibly fake pregnant stomach, claiming she was 100% pregnant and due with twins on February the 14th, 2024. This is not just a fake sonogram that was used in court proceedings, but petitioner testified in the collateral protective order proceedings that her OBGYN were. So she gave doctors. Yeah. Oh, so she. Yeah. I remember that now. That she was seen last Friday by
Dr.
Dr. Higley.
McCool and Dr.
Dr.
Higley.
Higley. Yeah. Remember that now. Man, a lot of this is good primer, by the way, of all the stupid that comes up. That's pretty
Right?
nice. There are no records that support these statements by petitioner, and the provider's absence of records confirm that they never treated petitioner for pregnancy. Now,
And keep in mind, she said on November 2nd to the court under oath that she had just seen Dr. Higley last Friday, which would have been October 27th. But she didn't.
I mean, did you
No
really
records.
did you really think nobody would check this stuff out and be like, maybe?
I think she got away with it in the past and was just hoping this would get dismissed. You know, I mean, that's what the latest lawyer's whole attempt is. As you're about to see in some of these emails, his attempt was to come after them, threaten their bar license, and then hope that they dismiss.
That's wild, man.
And I mean, that might have worked in a different case. Like, I feel like, Greg, she accuses him of being personally involved, but she made it personal. She went after this man. She went after him and accused him of horrific claims. She alleged that she turned him into the FBI. The lawyer, we're talking about the lawyer here. And then she thinks that it's somehow he's just going to go away. And I think that she made that calculation because he did drop out of the Gillespie case after she made the allegation about the raping, drugging, and kidnapping. He did drop out of that case. So perhaps she shared that with this douche canoe lawyer, and he decided, oh, if I put enough pressure on him, he'll quit. But I don't think that's going to happen now. We are talking about the second round that
Yeah.
Mr. Woodnick has had with this woman. I think he's gotten the message that she isn't going to go away out of his life. And I have a feeling that he has decided enough is enough. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm not speaking for him because clearly he doesn't speak to me. But I just think I feel it. I feel it. Like, I don't think you could do anything to get him off this case at this point.
Now, contrary to the confounding responses to this court's direct questions at the last status conference and her own medical records, her public postings seem to range to claiming her alleged miscarriage either took place in July or even as late as November 2023. So we have Exhibit 1 that's brought up in that, so we'll get to see that too.
Oh, we missed a footnote. How do we miss this footnote? Where was it? Where was footnote 2? Oh, no, we read it. We read it. We read it. We hit it.
Haha, we were on the ball that time.
Ha ha ha!
Oh, look, we even got the. Oh, yeah. Look
Vile scum! Vile scum!
You got
can't
Conor
wait.
McGregor. It's all in there. Oh, it's going to be good.
Damn, son. The internet is forever.
It's amazing. While petitioner appears to have recently toned down her social media posts, her newest counsel has backfilled that void. Yeah, indeed. With persistent Twitter and blog posts and outlines his theory of the case, including his anticipated motions and more. See general postings. So there's Exhibit 2 mentioned. A sample of these postings are below.
Wait. So because Laura Owens has toned down her social media posts, her lawyer has backfilled her absence. God, I love the way he writes.
Yep.
I love the way that Greg Woodnick writes. He's so good. So the funny thing about Gingras is he thinks he's very clever. He thinks he's a good writer. And from one writer to another, you ain't shit. Your writing is bad.
No. That filing talking about the orange man over and over again, it brought me to tears. It was so beautiful. It did kind of bring me to tears.
Okay, in the comedy realm, but in the writing realm, like, no, sir. Greg, if you want to know how to write, let me just tell you something. Greg Woodnick knows how to write. I have had to repeat sentences, and I don't do that very often. I love good writing. I've had to repeat sentences and say them 2-3 times just because of how good they are. I don't do that with anybody other than Jane Austen, honestly. So the fact that Greg Woodnick has me rereading his sentences 3 times, he's a great writer. And I love him saying that this guy backfilled. I would never have put it that way. What a fantastic way he's just got away with words. I love this man.
No, when I think of the voices of ages, I think of, statements like, fuck these sick, selfish lying assholes. I mean, that really hits, man.
Greg Austin. Julie says we'll start calling him Greg Austin.
Greg Austin.
Jane Woodnick. Seriously though, he's a really good writer. One writer recognizes another one, and I mean, Greg clearly loves to write. He likes to put words in a certain order, which makes a big difference.
I thought it was funny that he removed this statement after throwing it in. I think he didn't like being made fun of for it. He didn't like what happened with it. He expects to be able to intimidate people.
He didn't like the Ponscum posse? That's too bad. Or the cockroach.
He didn't like the cockroaches.
Wait, let me change my avatar again. Let's go back to he didn't like this because I liked it. I never laughed so hard in my damn life. Never, ever have I laughed as hard as I did when you were like, Megan, what's under the refrigerator? Look what I found. Oh, God, I never laughed so hard in my whole damn life. Honestly.
That AI story about the roaches was pretty awesome, too.
How about our AI obituaries? This man has given me so much comedic material. Please keep it up.
That's what I'm saying, man.
He is forever.
He is a poet, and he doesn't know it.
And he
probably does know it. It's probably in his bio. He's like, check my bio.
He's like, I'm the Hemingway of lawyers.
Oh, Dave, I love you.
I'm the Henry David Thoreau of litigation. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Litigate like it matters. That's a pretty good transcendental bit right there.
I thought you had fallen asleep.
If he starts putting up quotes,
it's good that you came back in there.
No, I had to run into the other room, and I had to ask my wife if she wanted to make some pizza for us.
That was good of you to ask your heavily pregnant wife to make you pizza. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I got to pay for this delivery,
Let's see, who was it that said? Layla P said douche poet society.
Douche poet society. It's awesome.
I love it. The Walt MG Law coming in with the Walt Whitman of litigation.
How about this? Homer in the special ed.
So good. So good.
Okay, here we go. This is not complicated. Petitioner claims she has the bulk of requested disclosure in her possession. Contrary to her testimony and statements to this court, through her parade of prior attorneys, petitioner has stated several times that she has the requested information.
Wait, look at the footnotes. He has linked his Twitter bio, his Twitter account, and the blog. But I wish somebody had given him the archive of the blog.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people need to tell these lawyers, man.
Yeah.
Archive. Yeah. I mean, again, if he wants to argue it.
He changed
it. If he wants to argue it, we can always supply archives in the aftermath. But yeah, link archives. That way they can never deny it.
All right, wait. I've got breaking news, but my button is gone. I have breaking news. Breaking news. Dave, you can hit news. Hit the button.
I'm getting there. I wasn't ready.
There it goes. Breaking news, everyone. Breaking news. My OBGYN has gotten back to me. I have asked him for information about whether or not someone 8 to 10 weeks pregnant having a miscarriage should see a doctor, and the response was recommended for sure. So if any doctor, telehealth or otherwise, was telling her, it's all right, you don't need to see a doctor, That would be false information. That would be
You are fake news.
Just let you
She
know.
lied.
Thank you for having that in there, because I have lost my she lied button and I feel very empty inside, much like Jane Doe after her alleged miscarriage.
Oh, that was so cold.
I know. But I'm 2 bourbons in. So you don't know what you're going to get.
wait until that doubles, right? Now
That's
ostensibly
right.
claims to have miscarried in July. I like that in the few pages that we've hit so far, that has been the point, and it should be the point, hammered home again and again. Specifically, petitioner through counsel stated in emails that he had the photos of the fetuses, the contact information for the telehealth provider, and the communications between petitioner and her sister, all of which is requested in respondent's motion to compel. So we have, that's cool. We have a series. I was trying to see how many were here. So we have 4. So 327. Let me speak with Laura about the request for the photo of the sacks. Hate that word. She told me she had this photo available, and if she does,
Wait, who's
then
writing this? I'm confused.
this is the lawyer, right?
Wait, which lawyer? Which one? She said too many. I don't understand.
No, it says through counsel, so
specifically
it says through counsel, and then
327. Dave, who was her lawyer on 327? Gingras?
Oh, jeez, that would have
March 27th.
That would have been, Gingras.
Okay. All right. So that we know which lawyer we're talking about. Sorry, continue, Tug.
she told me she had this photo available. If she does, then I'll immediately provide it to you today. Same with the name of the telehealth provider. Emphasis added. 327 also later on that day, a few hours later. Having said all of that, I just got off the phone with Laura, and she is sending me the sack photo and the name of the telehealth
The
person.
sack photo. Someone kill me now. By the way, again, this is the guy who told a judge in his motion to lunch that this attorney, Greg Woodnick, refused to communicate with him. And here are all the email communications that they've had prior to that filing. What a fucking liar.
I'm telling you. Like,
and in his motion for lunch, he says like, "Oh, I don't want to get into, I don't want to bore you with the details." And it's like, well, the details would have shown that he was responding fairly, you know.
right.
I hate it when they
Man.
say that. Like, don't we want it? This is, of all places, this is where we want to see the details.
Olive Garden's going to cancel his freaking gift certificate. I tell you.
I need those
bog
Olive
us
Garden
down.
breadsticks. Dave, did you bring the breadsticks? Because you were supposed to bring breadsticks, and I'm freaking hungry.
No, I'm sorry.
You didn't go to
I don't have
Costco,
any
did you?
bread.
You were supposed to go to Costco.
I got Detroit style pizza instead.
Ugh,
I laid
Detroit.
off.
Who told you Detroit had good pizza? Damn it.
Detroit
I'm
is
going to
the
teach
best
your wife.
pizza.
I'm going to come visit you someday in Tennessee and teach your wife to make Chicago style pizza, because you have not
No,
had
okay.
proper pizza until not
Chica-
deep
I
dish. Don't even say deep dish. If you say deep dish, you're disowned. That's not how
I
we
like
eat pizza in Chicago.
but Detroit is, I think Detroit's better than Chicago for pizza. That's it. I mean, I'm not saying their culture is better. They've got
Detroit
M&M and
pizza?
Kid Rock.
Oh my God, Dave, no one on earth thinks Detroit has good pizza. It is a literal fight between New York City and Chicago. Like,
When
no
I
one
think-
thinks that
When I think good
Detroit has
pizza,
good
though, when I think good pizza, I don't think M&M and freaking Kid
I'm
Rock.
telling you,
Shit. Who thinks Detroit
Guys,
has good pizza?
you guys are
Anyone?
wrong. I will fight you on this
Wrong.
one.
I will
Detroit
fight you.
style. I'm not saying
right, that's
Detroit
it.
pizza. I'm saying Detroit style. So it doesn't have to come out of Detroit.
Okay, I'm going to try not to overreact while you would describe to me what a Detroit style pizza
All right,
is.
it's
let me
deep
listen.
dish, rectangular, and it's got no crust. So it's usually like, I think it's better than Chicago
That's
because
not fucking
Chicago
pizza.
puts like,
That's not even
you were gonna let
pizza.
me.
That's like garlic bread. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you continue. I'm going to.
I am I'm gonna kidnap you and put you on a little hunger strike and you're gonna smell the good smells of Detroit style pizza, and you're gonna change your mind. Trust me.
Well, if I were hungry and starving, then anything's gonna taste good. No, I'm gonna have to.
Listen,
We're gonna.
I've
All
been
right,
known
sorry,
to eat.
you were still telling me there's no crust. It's deep dish. Okay,
I'm telling you,
continue.
I eat 7-Eleven pizza. I also lived in New York City and eat good pizza. I eat all pizza. I am all pizza matters. Okay, I'm APM.
Have you
But
ever had Chicago thin crust pizza from Chicago?
I'm not a thin
like
crust
in
guy.
Chicago?
I liked the Chicago deep dish. Deep
But
dish,
have you
baby.
ever had a pub style Chicago pizza?
What do you do? Pub style? What are we
Yeah.
doing?
An actual that's what we eat in Chicago. We don't eat that deep dish shit. That's for transients and people who come to visit. Like that's for tourists.
I will break pizza with you. If you have a slice of Detroit, I will have your thin stuff.
Okay, done. I will come to your house and make you a Chicago style pizza, and I dare you to tell me that it's not good. Like I dare you. My father owned a pizza place. I am Chicago pizza. Like I know what good pizza is, and oh my god, it can't come from Michigan. I'm sorry, Michigan doesn't have shit on pizza.
You're taking this as personal as Greg is taking the trial.
This is true. You don't. This might be one thing you don't know about me is that I'm very
Conor
serious
McGregor
about,
of pizza.
I am the Conor McGregor of pizza. I know Chicago style pizza, and I'm telling you, there is nothing better except maybe like on par with a Chicago style pizza might be a New York City slice. And I know that that's going to anger people in Chicago, but I have had a New York City slice, and I'll tell you, it's a different thing, but it is
New York's
damn
overrated.
good.
Look,
New York City has good food, Dave. It has good food.
It does. It also has bad food. It's got a lot of food. So I hear you. I hear you.
Well,
I think LA's got great food.
How are you liking Tennessee, by the way, Dave?
LA has great sushi. LA
Tennessee,
has
you gotta find the good food, but there is good. Like I got tacos yesterday that were amazing. You gotta like find it. I don't trust
Rochester. By the way,
barbecue.
I'm near Rochester, New York. There is no good food here. The food they are famous for in Rochester is called the garbage plate. I shit you not. A garbage. It's so bad.
Garbage plate.
That they named it after garbage. And they tell you when you say, I don't get it, they go, oh, well, you have to be drunk to eat it.
I got people in the chat. Supporting Detroit style pizza.
I'm sorry,
it has
those people need to leave immediately.
The crispy cheese on the sides in lieu of a crust. The crust is the worst part of the pizza. There's nothing to a crust. The Detroit style gives you like a buttery, crispy cheese on the edge of the pizza.
That's why thin crust is the best, because the crust is not the star of the pizza. It's the stuff on top. It's the sauce. It's the... Damn it. Okay, I will admit that crusty cheese sounds really good.
No, I like thin crust myself. I like the pizza to speak for itself. The toppings, man, that's what I'm there for.
I'm going to Postmates you some Detroit style and have you guys try it right now, because I think you're utterly don't even know what you're missing out on.
Well, maybe. Wait, Dave, when we go to okay, can you make Michigan style pizza? Do you know how to make Detroit style pizza?
I will bring it frozen to Arizona.
All right, bring it frozen. We also have to talk about a meetup in Arizona, by the way. Are you going whether or not this gets canceled? Because I'm going, because my parents are there. I'm just going to be there, and I figure I'll stream from there or whatever.
I don't expect it getting canceled. I don't have flights booked, but I have had people ask me if I'll have a reporter van. So I am looking into renting a white van. That's what I'm looking into.
LOL. Okay.
I'm going to get a van. I have a banner person.
Are we doing a meetup? We need a meetup.
Yeah.
We need a Dave Neal comedy special meetup. We have to do that.
We'll be meeting up. I'm going to be going live all day, so I'm going to have I'm going to rent a little generator so I can have power, and I'm going to be there reporting live all morning, and we'll have people bringing coffee, and I think we're going to have a tent because if the sun comes out, it's going to be kind of warm.
Yeah, you need a tent.
And,
you need a tent.
And yeah, Detroit style pizza. That's what we're going to do it all.
Legal Vices is in the chat. He says, "You guys talk too much. I'm unsubscribing, and never eat anything from Crapchester." That's good advice, Jeff. And you're not unsubscribing because you're literally going to be listening to this for the rest of the stream, and I know it.
Wait,
So do
wait,
you.
the guy that did like a 72-hour
6 and a half.
stream or whatever, you know, yeah. It's gonna be like, you guys talk too much, really.
By the way, Dave wants to do one of those. He wants to do. He's like, I'm all in for a 6.5-hour stream.
Well, when I hit 10,000 subscribers, I did 10 hours, and I got to tell you, it was pretty good. I had a bad headache after, that's for sure, but it wasn't that bad.
Oh, I did a 24-hour once. Never again. Never.
No,
again.
you did?
Yes. Yeah.
My longest stream.
I
Was
did it at 100.
hours.
I did it at 100,000 subscribers. I was like, not again.
I've
I
been
did a
promising that, I
12-hour
just
stream.
can't get there.
12 hours for Kowalski. I did it.
Come on, we need to sub Dave Neal, man. You know.
Yeah, you know what's funny is my channel, I make a lot of content, but I outperform several like million sub channels because, you know, subscribers don't really matter. It's about watch time. But I just haven't been able to break 80K. I'm in a niche, but that's okay. You know, the podcast keeps growing, and that's kind of what I'm putting my attention to right now.
It's also all the live streams. You know, it impacts you in the algorithm because of watch time through that. Anyway, that's a discussion off air. we can talk about how, yeah.
Tug will fill you in on all of the YouTube idiosyncrasies. But yeah, all right. Moving on.
By the way,
Jeff
can I tell you one more thing?
Of course.
For just as a public service announcement, I've been eating a lot of frozen pizza, but I do want to say this: I'm not above jazzing it up, and I've been putting my own ricotta on frozen pizza. So if there's anyone out there that's kind of living this kind of white trash life that I'm living, just a dollop of ricotta. Dollop it on, and just it solves the whole DiGiorno
It's funny
problem.
that you said that. It's funny you said that because I made calzones for the first time the other night, and I didn't have the ricotta because the recipe said ricotta, so I used cream cheese. And let me tell you something, it was freaking delicious. It's my new favorite thing. All right, the chat's pissed. They're like, "Would you get back on topic?"
I just think ricotta is underrated, and you don't see it in lasagna enough. It's the main ingredient. Okay, moving on.
I agree. Agreed.
Speaking of lasagna, 328 224.
Page 2.
Page 6. We're on page 6, damn it.
Yeah, somehow we made it to page 6. I don't know.
We're doing good.
We are actually. The last time we read a document, we were on 3 hours and got through 2 pages and quit.
All right.
Okay.
Quiet.
All right.
So the next day, so this would be the 27th was our last one. If you rewind way back when we stopped for a minute to talk about pizza, 328 next day, as promised, I have talked to Laura about the fetal sac photos, and she has produced copies of the photos to me. I have them in my possession right now. I'm prepared to disclose these to you, along with some additional information. Laura found additional information showing a consult with a healthcare provider at the time the fetal sacs were discharged, or whatever you call it.
What? What do you mean, or whatever you call it?
You know, whatever.
Oh my God. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
I mean,
continue.
Yeah, some people call it fetal sac discharge. Some people call it playing dominoes. I don't know. What the fuck would you call it? Then we fast forward to 4/8. So we jumped quite a few days here. As I mentioned before, I have the photos you want to see. I understand you want to give them to your experts. Greg, that is not going to be a problem. You're going to love the image dates because the images are dated July 23rd, 2023.
JFC.
Wow.
JFC.
Man, he's like a wrecking ball and doesn't even really understand it.
Coming like a wrecking ball. Right? Isn't that song? That should be his theme song.
Oh, Lord. I didn't think tonight I would be hearing wrecking ball. I also
had 2 bourbons, Tug. I'm working on
just
number
2
3,
though.
okay?
Like I said, I'm wondering what happens when you double it.
I'm working on number 3 right now.
I've been involved in flash casts where the host had drank so much that he was playing the mic like a kazoo, and I mean that was the greatest. That was the greatest stream I've ever been on.
I don't know. We're gonna find out what happens after bourbon number 3. Damn.
I also have the text messages between Laura and her sister, dated July 23, 2023. I do have some telehealth info showing Laura seeking medical advice on July 23rd, 2023. I don't think that it's helpful to either party, but it is something I'm willing to disclose. Instead
All
of
right,
just
it just occurred to me that I didn't eat. I'm gonna go and get some food, and I'll be back. You continue.
Okay, I will continue. Instead of just simply complying with Rule 49 and disclosing the information, where was footnote 5? Oh, yeah, emphasis added. So footnote 5 here. Notably, if the photos were from 7/23, as current counsel is now claiming but not disclosing, then every filing after that date is per se violation of Rule 26, and the testimony at deposition and the protective order proceedings were all perjurous. Wow, that is very true. What a screw up. Oh man, this guy is a
some
gift.
people are wondering, people were wondering, did he messed up? Did he not mean July 2023? But there's no way. There's no way that was a goof. He says it multiple times.
Yeah, over and over. I mean,
because there were some times when he was saying May 2024 as date of conception when he meant May 2023. But this is July. I mean, you'd think something that would have this much care wouldn't have that date messed up. I got to imagine the lawyers on Woodnick's side are just like scratching their head going, what? This is, your whole case is gone now.
Yeah.
Unless, like I said, she didn't she still believed she was pregnant. And that's what I think they're trying to argue is even with these photos, she didn't think it was a miscarriage, which is ridiculous. But I think that's the argument.
Yeah, they're going to go with the good faith. Yes, she thought that. That's the only out that they have right now. The only out at all. That and threatening people, because threats haven't worked and everything else. So they're going to go with the good faith argument. Instead of just simply complying with Rule 49 and disclosing the information he acknowledges having, counsel bombards respondent's attorney and his attorney's office staff with communication, comments about personal sanctions against attorney, and suggests that the state bar needs to be involved. Petitioner, having already filed 2 complaints, which were dismissed, and at least 2 others against her prior attorneys, also dismissed, and so on. That's wild. Let's get to the threads here. 4/3/24. Jesus, man. Seriously? I mean, seriously? Does Clayton mean that much to you? So look, I guess what is going to happen next is you can submit your proposed order on the MTC to the court. I will respond and object to the order, and I will probably have to file a motion asking for a relief on the basis of fraud by you. This stuff is going to be messy, like really messy. If you won't agree to do something remedial, I need to be clear about what happens next. I'm going to file something explaining this crap to the judge, and I'm going to ask her to make a referral to the state bar. And that applies to both you and to Isabel. Isabel now knows that you have lied to the court multiple times. She cannot sit back and allow this to continue. I don't care if she's new, and I don't care if she hasn't signed any pleadings. That is irrelevant. Isabel cannot stick her head in the sand. She has an absolute duty under ER 8.3 to report professional misconduct, as do I. She also has an absolute duty under ER 8.4a not to help you violate the rules. If Isabel sits back and lets this go further off the rails without taking appropriate remedial actions, she's putting her own license in peril.
Okay, can I tell you what this reminds me of? Every every action movie where the hero is about to win and then the villain kidnaps the hero's daughter, and then the hero has to like change their strategy because so that's what it is here, because I think he's trying to pressure Woodnick to drop the case to protect Isabel, because now he's coming after Isabel, who I don't know Isabel personally, like I've never met her, but she seems to be like just a real hardworking, smart, young, ambitious lawyer. That's the take we get. She's the one doing all of the mule work on this case, and like to come after her and to try to pressure her to maybe say, hey boss, let's bow out of this. We're not making any money. You know, that's what I think his attempt was. I think it's not going to work, but I think that's what the attempt is.
It reminds me of a mafia movie. Oh, those are some nice kneecaps that she has. It would be a shame if she fell down some steps and broke them, you know? So
by the way, sorry, I was going to say, if Isabel, I'm available if any of these lawyers ever get married, for invites to the wedding, please let me come. I'll be fun.
I thought you were telling us that you were actually licensed to marry them or something. You're like, I
can do that. I could, yeah, whatever they need out there. If Isabel needs an ordained minister, whatever it is, I'm here for them.
Yeah, heck yeah. Didn't you hear I was the Pope? I'm actually the Pope of YouTube these days. So
I'll be I'll be the what's the you're the Pope, and I'll just be the what's the kid who sits next to the Pope, the altar boy. I'll be the altar boy.
I was going to elevate you to bishop or something, but no, you can be the altar boy. You'll be all right.
No, I don't want that pressure. I'm good with altar boy.
I don't know, man. You get a cool hat. 4424. As a compromise, I offered this proposal. Don't apply for fees right now. In return for you not seeking fees right now, I will agree not to bring a motion asking for relief from the MTC order on the basis of fraud. Like I said, I am not happy about what I've recently learned, but if we can avoid fighting over the new issue now, it would be helpful for both sides. Man, that's straight up like bribery. Hey, by the way, that's blackmail. That's what that is, blackmail.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I'm not really well adversed in this like speak of how this goes down. But it seems like do this and I won't do that. I don't even know how much you've caught this case, but a couple like last month, Jane Doe threatened to sue Clayton for $1.4 million unless he drops this case. It's like, are they just doing this right out in the open like this?
Yeah. Well, financial intimidation is one of those tactics people throw around broadside, but it is amazing to see somebody just say, hey, straight up, drop it or else.
Wow.
I don't know, man. I'm surprised. Like, I'm surprised not to see the tactic, but just how brazen this tactic is being utilized,
Yeah.
So petitioner's motion is also misleading. The parties are communicating over email and respondent is responding where appropriate. Undersigned has no ethical or legal obligation to expose himself to unnecessary criticism that is not conducive to resolution. While petitioner's counsel did eventually apologize for his toxic comments, the online activity continues. And like you noted, Dave, the toothpaste is out of the tube. Yeah, the toothpaste, it's not just out of the tube. It's like he's playing in it like my 4-year-old does. Hey, let's just rub it all over everything.
Judge Mada's going to hate this.
Did you
so
hear
bad.
these while you were away? Okay.
I did. I was listening. I can't even believe it. I can't.
Exactly.
Jesus, man. Seriously. I mean, seriously. I can't believe this, man. That's the phrase I would use for you, Douche Canoe. Jesus, man. Seriously? I mean, seriously? Like, this is how you would approach another lawyer? And then you have the nerve to go to a judge to try to compel this man who you just threatened, and you threatened everyone in his office to compel him to go to lunch with your ass? Oh, no.
You can see why he
Megan
wants a third
Fox
party.
is carbo loaded, folks.
I'm actually eating pasta right now. I'm having, last night I made Cajun chicken pasta. And oh my God, it's so good. I'm having leftovers. I will refrain from chewing in your ears. I'm going to mute myself and inhale this.
She's like, I'll be good for at least 6
By the
or
way,
7.
that's what Jane Doe said.
Oh my God. Twice.
That's the one thing I've learned from this case. I'm glad that when I was younger that I had my tonsils removed, because otherwise, no telling what might have happened in my life. Whew. Undersigned counsel realizes that filing this objection and bringing the above mentioned to the attention of the court will likely escalate petitioner's tactics, but believes it is relevant for the court to have all information when considering petitioner's motion to compel lunch and alternative relief. So he's saying straight up, I think that this will escalate this behavior. This is not complicated case, contrary to what petitioner promotes. Trial already continued once due to the same lack of disclosure is in June, and respondent is prepared to proceed and argue appropriate inferences consistent with the data set and lack thereof, and the court can enter relief as deemed appropriate. I agree. It's not very it's not very complicated at all. Respondent is entitled to his reasonable attorney costs and fees in responding to the motion pursuant to. Petitioner has been forced to incur significant fees due to respondent's continued effort to avoid resolving her perjurious statements in these proceedings that have affected at least 3 cases in Arizona, not including those involving other presumable victims, Arizona and California. It's crazy. Quite simply, there is nothing to be resolved without disclosure. Respondent has already spent significant time since at least October 2023 attempting to gain access to, which have repeatedly been met with petitioners' overt efforts to avoid the same. Likewise, intimidation does not resolve this. Indeed. Attorney fees and accountability do. Wherefore, respondent respectfully requests the court to deny the motion for lunch, grant respondent leave to file a China doll affidavit for his reasonable attorney fees and costs, enter appropriate sanctions and other relief as the court deems proper. And then we get to the exhibits. There's going to be a lot of exhibits. We're 10 pages into the filing and the rest
We're only at
exhibits.
page 10, damn it. And we're going to 69.
So here's our actual letters.
Wait, who's this from?
Woodnick.
Yeah. So this is to David.
To David. Oh, again, another communication that David Gingras says doesn't exist.
Yeah. He totally didn't talk to him. It's just, a lot of talking. So David, I did hear Lexi moved to Texas with her husband, also a lawyer and a great guy who clerked for me moons ago. Billy T will know what is going on in that office. If you're getting a bounce back from Lexi's email address, I can imagine that she was not given her file, given Laura filed a bar complaint against her. It was investigated and dismissed. She also has recently filed for a protective order. I was endorsed by the bar because I got a complaint at the same time as Lexi. Corey went out on his own during his short tenure. He responds quickly, but his paralegal is wonderful and super on top of things. So you might want to copy her if you're on email.
My
Isabel,
God, look how helpful he is. Look
yeah,
how
he's telling
helpful.
everybody you can talk to. Isabel Sissel, redacted. I am glad you were able to get a hold of him. We object to any extension. It is not you. You are just the upteenth lawyer and the upteenth who thinks they can get this resolved, only to be fired or need to withdraw for ethical reasons. I like that.
Oh, that's great.
I appreciate and am really respecting your cautious approach, not to step in dog shit.
Oh my God.
That's good stuff.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Dave is now taunting me with his icon. Would you look at this? Is this what Detroit pizza looks like?
Sure does.
Man.
That looks like a Domino's pizza. Looks
Come
like
on.
freaking Domino's.
Live a little.
I'm gonna
See, there's
try
no
it.
crust. Give it a
Yeah,
try. I'm telling
Domino's.
you, get freaky.
Domino's has something like that.
Yeah, but
You know,
that pizza's so
you gotta
miraculous.
bake
It speaks
Yeah.
too. Look at that.
You got to bake it and then hit the broiler at the end so the little pepperonis kind of turn up on the corners. That's what you got to do.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. I'm gonna withhold my judgment until I have tried it.
What a
gonna
battle
send
of the
you-
icons.
They actually,
Roaches thinking about pizza.
I'm gonna send you some. I'm gonna send you some to your address, and hopefully you can
Okay.
give it a try.
I will. Do I have the appropriate oven to make it work right? How hot do you have to have it?
Yeah, I think normal ovens are fine, but there's a company. I think they come pre-cooked, but they send it to you in a sort of recyclable cooler, and you just leave them in the freezer and pop them in.
Oh, I know. I order them from Chicago all of the time.
Oh, okay. Well,
Literally
okay,
have them here in my freezer right now.
is it the same
So
company that sends them?
We get it through, I think it's Malnati's. You can order through Lou Malnati's, and they send different brands. But yeah,
Sorry,
I'll send you some. I'll send you some of my favorite. We'll do a trade off.
There you go, and we can live stream as we eat them at the same time.
We can. Let's do it.
Okay, done.
You have a pizza
in.
off. Yeah, I'm gonna be there to bless it. I'll be like, oh, I bless this.
I'm sorry, Tug. I've derailed you long enough. Go ahead.
You're fine. It's like if there was no one here, it would still get derailed. I would derail my own live stream.
That's true.
Giving us the picture and timestamp for our forensic technology expert, Brian Neumeister, when there is already admissions of records fraud and a trial in 2 months is also not something that requires delay. And as we said before, we'll address the photo if it is complemented by alleged verifiable metadata and medical record. Laura claimed she deleted the picture from her iPhone, claimed Sarah deleted too, but also claimed she sent it to a telemed provider. So this is the part that was actually quoted in the document. There should be a very clear digital footprint for Neumeister, and a picture of a picture is not going to cut it in light of history and her testimony. We also are awaiting the original sonogram she claimed she got anonymously from PPH, which has affirmed do not offer anonymous appointments, and that is an easily accessible patient portal. The sonogram she admitted she doctored and is the core of our motion for relief under the OOP cause number. There's already an order about the medical records. We have been through this with her failed motions and whatnot. We need that picture to give to Doctors Dean and Jessica Light. So are these their two experts they're bringing in?
I have no idea, but I'm assuming that yes, those would be the experts.
I'm sorry,
Again,
which one? Not the redacted one, but the Dean and just
Dean and
yeah. I think they're like top of the world doctors that are. I don't want to say too much about them, but yeah, I think it's like a heavy hitting expert.
Okay. Again, we are not interested in a picture of a picture. That is where the arts and crafts issue comes in, and notwithstanding Laura invoked Rule 2. When you speak with redacted and redacted, they will confirm the fabricated documents and fake pregnancy allegations were happening back in 2014. And since you saw she blamed Greg Gillespie for the other ultrasounds that came from her email address and phone numbers and emails and texts, as will be verified by Neumeister, she should be reminded that she didn't even know Greg existed back in 2014 when she first claimed to be pregnant by redacted, and the records were fake. Our paralegal, Maribel, I mixed the two words. I said parallel, Maribel, will be sending you the deposition exhibits under separate cover. Again, this has nothing to do with you. We've already involved in litigation with Laura since 2021. In this case, collateral proceedings since October, and her claims and delay tactics are exhausting. That is very true.
Yep. Okay, again, we just read the communications that Douche Canoe says doesn't exist. Just want to point that out.
Greg and Isabel, quick follow-up on a few things. Number one, per the attached email, I just learned that Laura's first attorney, that'll be Linval. Yep, I've got to, give me 1 second. I got an interruption, a little interruption. Yes.
The little ones are coming.
I'm a kid.
You know, you're a kid, I know. That's why I called you a little one.
Oh, why are you calling me a little one?
Why? Because you're little.
I'm so you're bigger than me.
Yeah, well, I am bigger than you. I am taller. Yeah, but you are, you're getting bigger though, right? Yep. There you go. All right. Take it in there. Love you. All right.
I remember taking offense when we were called the little ones.
Yeah.
I'm
So she was like, I'm not so little. Hey, turn that down, baby, until you go upstairs.
I'm the youngest, and my cousin, who was also the youngest, they would call us the little ones. And we used to get so pissed off. Like, why are we always the little ones? The little ones can't do this, and the little ones can't do that. I remember being offended by that.
Well, it's not like I'm calling them hobbits or anything, you know. Hey, hobbit, go up there by the Shire. Throw this ring in the mountain.
I know, but the little one always gets offended by being called the little one. Always.
Yeah. Well, with her sister, you know, her sister's much bigger than her.
Right.
Although I've noticed, you know, sister can like close a door on or anything else. So her strategy is just scream as loud as you can when something happens. Oh, it's terrible. Especially like if it happens in Walmart or something. Oh. So Greg and Isabel, quick follow-up on a few things. Per attached email, I learned the Linval is no longer with Modern Law Firm. Unfortunately, her AZ bar record shows she's working there, but apparently her LinkedIn, you know, she's left Arizona, moved to Texas. Yuck, Texas. Oh no. Based on
He put
this.
yuck.
Yeah, he put yuck.
Oh my God.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Hashtag.
Yuck. This guy. Oh my God.
Ugh.
Wow.
Based on this,
That's
it
his
sounds
TDS.
like
that's the Trump derangement syndrome. You know,
it's just
Texas is
strange,
bad. It's a red state. Yuck. You know, like, ugh.
it's just strange to see some of this stuff again. Hashtag me too.
Yeah.
Based on this, it sounds like getting a copy of the file, Alexis, might be a challenge. As you will know, her firm claims that a copy of the file was given to Laura, but Laura says it isn't true.
Oh, Lord.
In any case, that issue needs to be resolved one way or the other. After not hearing back from Corey, I gave him a call this afternoon, and fortunately, I was able to reach him. I didn't realize he had also changed firms, apparently in the middle of the case, per a notice he filed. Corey said he's going to need more time to finish gathering Laura's file, but he promised to get back to me ASAP. Since I don't have the information I need yet, I'm going to file a motion asking the court for more time to respond to the motion to compel. If you want to let me know your position, I'm happy to include a line that says I've consulted with you. So here, he's talking about not only communicating, but hey, I could put in something that says we have consulted with you.
I just
And you
want to point out that I'm going to be tweeting out hashtag yuck on Twitter. Just see if I can get more engagement than Gingris's Twitter feeds. Just hashtag yuck. That's it. That's the only.
To be fair, a singular like would probably be more engagement.
Just at Megan Fox Writer, hashtag yuck. Just saying. I think his top likes were like 6, maybe. On his Twitter.
I think it was 5. That's as much as I saw as far as this case goes. 5 likes.
Look, I don't know, Dave, if you know about this, but Tug and I have been just testing out our ability to get more likes and engagement than him with one word or two. And it's at one point it turned into a trending situation.
I heard about that. I was getting bombarded with all these messages that you guys were taking over the internet.
Yes, we actually managed to trend the topic of tramp stamp lawyer. It was
We
very,
did for
very
2
professional.
days. 2 days.
Trendsetters.
Can we take an AI break for just 1 second? Because someone has posted on my Twitter a a cockroach with a margarita and some gummies. I'm dying. Are those nipples? Are those nipples with claws? Because
I like that she's got like a marsupial teeth.
I know.
Like, what in the squirrel?
And whiskers. Like, it's a cockroach with whiskers like a mouse.
I like that
Ray-Bans.
Yeah. I mean, every now and then you fish some Ray-Bans out from under the fridge. You know, it's normal.
You never know what falls behind there. I mean,
that's true.
There's just a whole lot of stuff to be had. All right, sorry. You may continue. That was
thank you for
Mama,
the thank you for the permission, Megan. I appreciate that on my stream.
You may continue. Yes. Go about your business.
Okay, go about that document. Since I don't have the information I need yet, I'm going to file a motion asking the court for more time to respond to the motion to compel. If you want to let me know your position, oh yeah, I hit this part already. I'm going to include you there, and that you do or do not oppose the request. It's so clearly appropriate to ask for more time. I know the court is going to grant the request, whether it's opposed or not. But just
but she didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Shut down real time.
Oh, so you know that, do you? Because that didn't happen.
Here's our fetal sac pictures too. As promised, I've talked to Laura about the fetal sac photos, and she has produced copies of those photos to me. I have them in my possession right now.
Really?
I'm prepared to disclose these to you, along with some additional information. Laura found additional information showing a consult with healthcare provider at the time the fetal sacs were discharged, or whatever you call it.
Oh, God.
but Laura is concerned about these photos being publicly released.
We don't want to see them.
No. Has asked me to request that you agree to a protective order as to them. Note, I have spent several hours today reading through all the pleadings on the docket. What was the date on this? Just give me 1 second. March 28th. So I finally read the pleadings on March 28th. Interesting.
Wait a minute. When did he take over the case?
He was messaging, what was it, the 23rd back when?
I don't know. I'm so confused.
And I see there was a prior motion for protective order, which you opposed and which the court denied. Obviously, I wasn't involved with that, but my guess is that the motion was denied because it was simply too broad or non-specific. Here, I'm just asking for you to agree not to publicly disclose photos showing bloody tissue, at least until trial. This is a very narrow request, so I don't think there's a good reason to oppose it. Nevertheless, please let me know your position. I finished reading Laura's entire depo, which was extremely helpful. Shit.
That's when you should have run for the hills.
He's like, because she made some claims that I could weaponize. But the copy of the transcript provided by Isabel does not include any of the exhibits. I can see on the record that Corey ordered a complete transcript. So maybe I will get that once he hands over the file. But in the meantime, if you have a copy of the exhibits, hopefully numbered according to the transcript, that'd be super helpful. Super helpful. Thanks. More updates. Let's see. What is
all right,
LinkedIn?
So this is the,
okay, so this is LinkedIn.
Lexi's LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Give me a minute there. Okay. So here's David again. Corey and Alexis. It's been over 24 hours. I've not received a response from either of you to my message below. Sorry to be a pest, but as you know, Mr. Echard's counsel has filed a motion to compel in which he argues that discovery was not previously provided by petitioner. He also claims that he tried to meet and confer with current counsel, which I think was a reference to Corey, but that he did not receive any response to those efforts. So the response to the MTC is currently due on Monday, April the 1st. And in order to fully respond to the motion, I need to receive copies of Laura's files. Because I did not receive them from you, I'm probably going to file a request for an extension of time, but that still does not make this any less urgent. Please respond to me by the close of business today, or at least acknowledge the receipt of the email. Please let me know when I can expect to receive the case files from you. I'll be following up with by phone with both of you later today. Thank you.
Okay, wait. When was March 28th? Because I have a feeling that this was very close to Easter. Yeah, it was. Okay, so you're talking about Maundy Thursday. Okay, March 28th was Maundy Thursday, going into Good Friday. And he's all, I haven't heard from you in 24 hours. It's been 24 hours. We're going into a holiday weekend, sir. Calm the fuck down. Like, everyone is getting ready for Easter, traveling for Easter, like, or just shutting down for Easter. Like, you're really not going to get, and like, he complains to the judge, by the way, in his motion to compel lunch, that he didn't hear from Greg over the 29th, 30th, and 31st of March, which is Easter weekend. Now, I don't think that it matters whether or not Greg Woodnick celebrates Easter. Nobody replies on Easter weekend. You might as well be asking on 4th of July weekend, or Christmas, or New Year's. Like, stop. All right, just saying.
Plus, what sort of obligation do they have to respond right away?
Well, I don't think you have one going into a holiday weekend at all until that Monday. Honestly. So like saying, oh, I haven't heard from you in 24 hours is bizarre. I don't really think there is like a time limit that lawyers have to get back to you. For one, we're talking about March 27th, 28th. The trial isn't until June 10th. That is an entire month and a half. So there's no problem not responding to him over a holiday weekend. You are only responding Monday through Friday, first of all. And if it happens to be Maundy, Thursday, going into Good Friday, which is a holiday for most people, yeah, you might not respond till Monday. And the courts wouldn't even be open on Good Friday, right? Were they open on Good Friday? So you're going through.
No, they take every holiday they can. Man.
Yeah, they take every holiday they can. The government takes every holiday it can. It's not going to be open on Good Friday. So if the courts aren't open, the lawyers don't respond, period.
This is another record request. I'm going to jump this one because unless people want to just read through, because he's essentially saying, I've got all the pleadings, but this is what I need. I need case-related correspondence, so that's
same old. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing we just read.
Okay.
Oh, Greg. Now, these are the ones I want. I'm looking for the Greg ones,
Oh, this will be funny.
Greg, let me speak to Laura about the request for the photo of the sacks. I hate that word. She told me. I hate that word. Yikes.
We hate it too. Yikes. Yuck. Hashtag yuck. By the way, hashtag yuck is now like just that one tweet has 458 views, 14 retweets, 34 likes, and 9 responses. Thank you, folks. Thank you. Hilarious.
She told me she had this photo available. If she does, then I'll immediately provide it to you today. Same with the name of the telehealth provider. And just to be clear, while I don't mind expediting these issues, it's obviously needed. I don't really intend to commit to a quid pro quo as far as getting you to agree to an extension of time to respond to the motion. I don't think that's appropriate at this stage.
What?
He's saying, yeah, let's do quid pro quo. I give you these. Oh, give me more time, baby.
Yeah, but he says, I don't really intend to
Yeah, I'm
commit
not
to a
going
quid
to.
pro. I'm not
I
going to
don't.
do that.
Wink, wink.
So in other
Hashtag
words,
wink, wink.
I'm not going to give you your discovery to get my extension. What? Okay, fine.
If it was absolutely essential, I could easily respond to the motion by Monday. But that isn't the point. The point is,
He just admitted in an email that he could have responded to that motion, and then he told the judge that he needed more time. Holy shit.
yeah.
And instead, he gave her 39 pages of Trump derangement syndrome to read through. Do you think Judge Mata appreciates that?
On a comedic level, maybe, but on a time wasting level, absolutely not.
Wow.
But that isn't the point. The point is that I don't want to file something that isn't helpful to the court.
Oh, but the Trump derangement syndrome 39-page motion was helpful to the court?
That was totally helpful. He was pointing them to, books that totally exist, saying we took a page from that here. Because I haven't had enough time to gather information needed to provide a comprehensive explanation of our position. Also, I don't think, based on what I've seen so far, that the sufficient good faith pre-filing effort was made to resolve the discovery, quote unquote, disputes, which may not even be real disputes.
Oh my God, she didn't turn over shit. That's not, there's no way that that's not a dispute.
Yeah, that's a legit dispute.
She didn't give it to us. Like, it's just not there.
Throws the prior counsel. That is probably the fault of Laura's prior counsel. I'm sorry, Dave, were you saying something?
No, I was just laughing at Megan losing her mind.
I got to get this bourbon down. I'm not 3 in yet. Darn it.
Oh, no, you can still see out of one eye what's wrong. You're like, why am I making him read it? I can still read it myself. That's probably the fault of Laura's prior counsel, assuming they didn't respond to you. But since I don't even have Laura's files yet, I'm not in a good position to know if that's the case. As you saw via separate email a few minutes ago, I just reached out to prior counsel to ask for a file. Hopefully I'll have this information later today. For now, as it relates to the motion to compel, I'm just not in a position to even explain my side to the judge unless and until...
And you never will be. Nope, never.
I thought he explained again. I thought he was very concise. I want to see another 39-page filing.
There's no explaining this. There's no explaining this because it's all
Wrong.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm still stuck on the. He's one
Look
step.
at James icon. Put that up full screen, Tug. We haven't seen this one before. Oh. Some podcaster. Damn.
This is, hey, what can I say? I mean, it's a nice lily pad. I'm hanging out. I look pretty good. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, hair day, like it.
This is the king of the pond scum podcasters right here. This is something.
I have to depart. I got to take care of my wife here. That's my excuse, at least. But we're going. I postponed it. I'm not kidding. We were actually planning to watch Roadhouse tonight, and I still have to record a podcast later tonight for the morning because I'm ridiculous.
You have an amazing work ethic, but don't pretend that it's not because I'm about to drink my third bourbon, because I know that's what this is about. He's like, I'm out of here before she says some shit I can't recover from.
Yeah, I can't be attached to whatever is coming out of your mouth next. But no,
he's like, disavow.
Yeah, just get a shirt on the next Pond Scum that says disavow. That'll be okay.
I appreciate you guys letting me hang, and you're doing the Lord's work over here, so I don't want to get in the way of it. But oh man, what a night!
I'm sending you pizza. Dave.
Likewise, let's do it.
It's happening.
As the Pope
All
of
right, thank-
YouTube, I know I'm doing the Lord's work. I know.
and as your altar boy, I'm ready to blow you for it. So
Woo-hoo! This is getting spicy.
Oh my god!
And it ain't the pizza.
all right,
Holy
I
shit.
know how to go out on a high note, so I'll let you
On
guys
that
go.
note.
All right, see you, man.
Good night, guys.
Good night, Dave.
Bye.
Oh, LOL. I love him.
He's
So funny.
man.
We are going to do a pizza stream, though. I'm sending him my favorite pizza. I'm going to send him Aurelio's pizza from Chicago, and I dare him to tell me it's not good.
I know
I just
somebody.
have to find out if he prefers pepperoni or sausage.
Jennifer in chat was like, "Tug doesn't even get pizza." Yeah, I know it's sad. It's sad, you know. I mean,
Well,
it's
Tug wasn't challenging me about what's the best pizza, but I could send him some. I could. That could happen.
Is that what I
Oh
got to
my
do?
God.
Oh man,
What
that's
is this?
garbage, Megan. Jeez. Then she drunk mails me something, and she meant to overnight it, and it actually comes like it.
All right, now you people on Twitter are getting out of control. What the hell is this, Tug? Put it up on the screen. The hell? This is not supposed to be a stripper preacher / pawn scum.
Wrong topic. Wrong topic.
What the hell? Is that pawn scum with tits? That's pawn scum hashtag pawn scum tits. I like the little tiny pawn scums on the lily pads. Hilarious.
I like how the dragonfly is photobombing.
So funny. This is out of control. It's out of control. And I love it. Keep it coming. Please don't stop.
I like AI put a reflection in for it and everything.
I know. AI is amazing. Yes, Aurelio's can deliver everywhere, Julie. Yep. It's not cheap. It's expensive. It's spendy. But I will spend it on my little brother, Dave. I will spend the money on Dave because, he's worth it to me.
Yeah, make sure those super chats come in because all by my lonesome, maybe I'll buy some of that expensive pizza and mail it to myself too, and feel like I'm
Send your pizza money. Send pizza money for Tug.
Yeah, right now, as I tell Megan, I'm like, yeah, I buy those $1.18 Michelini pizza bites.
We have had actual telephone conversations about the Michelin pizza bites.
I'm like, those damn things. That's pretty much. I'm like, it's the cheapest food I can buy now, and I like them. Let's see. I don't even remember where I was at. Oh yeah, here's throw the counsel under the bus. I'm not in the position. Right here. Here we are. As you saw from the email, I've reached out to her prior counsel to ask for a file. Hopefully, I will have this information later today. For now, as it relates to the motion to compel, I'm just not in the position to even explain things to the judge. So here's my plan.
And you never will be.
I'm telling you, that last filing was live stream awesome. So we need more of those. I don't like the threats for everybody. I hate it for them, but you know what? I kind of love this lawyer in a way.
I know. I think Nick's gonna love him too. I'm like almost scared of how much Nick's gonna love him. I'm almost scared about it. Like, Nick, don't love him too much.
Yeah. He's like, oh no, I'm making a pillow buddy out of you, baby. Like, no, don't do it. I don't want to make a deal regarding this motion. Instead, I'm going to do everything I can over the next few days to dig into the issue raised by your motion and either resolve them by giving you what you're asking for or by investigating the issue sufficiently. So he hasn't even investigated shit, but he's been commenting on it forever, so that I can explain our position to the judge. I don't accept half-assed, incomplete stories, so I have no intention of giving one to the judge.
Oh, really? Because then he made a half-assed, incomplete story about her having a miscarriage in July without knowing she already told a judge under oath that she had one in October or September. I'm sorry, did the twins miscarry at separate times? Is that the news story? I lost one twin in July and the other one in October.
he would argue. He's like, it's not half-ass, Megan. It's unibun. You're like, what does that mean? One
What?
ass cheek, unibun. It's not
My
a half an ass.
God. And then he says, I don't want to make a deal regarding the motion. But then he takes to Twitter and his blog and calls everybody pond scum and assholes. And I want to tear your obituaries up and throw them in the trash and light them on fire, just like you. Like, what? Okay.
Maybe he has heating cooling problems. Maybe that's it. That's why he wanted to set him on fire. It actually wasn't a shot at us. He's like, yeah, I need those for warmth because nobody pays me for this shoddy ass work. I don't know, man. I don't know. Since the current response date is Monday, my plan is either fully resolve the issue by then, or if that isn't possible, at least I will be in a position to explain to the judge what's going on. My motion is either moot, without merit, or just ultimately premature because there wasn't enough effort made to resolve the issues. I can't tell the judge what our side is until I complete my investigations in the issue. In other words, I'll just keep pushing forward now. We'll see how things stand on Monday.
He doesn't seem too desperate to meet with Greg, does he?
No.
They're communicating just fine.
I know right away when I see this, again, I can't help but catch lines like she is either seriously mentally ill or diabolical.
True.
David, we really appreciate your willingness to take this case so far along into litigation. I also appreciate you wanting to focus on a resolution. Having spent Clayton's legal fees having this exact conversation with a parade of prior attorneys with similar good intentions, please understand we're a bit jaded. Indeed, that's a nice way of putting it, for sure. Multiple prior lawyers unwittingly presented records to the court that were fabricated by Laura.
Laura.
These records not only were medical, but also included fake letters for law firms. It's really unbelievable. Put bluntly, Laura has misused court processes in multiple states, to perpetuate the most bizarre of cons for relationships. She's either seriously mentally ill or diabolical. 4 very established men have documented her fake pregnancies, demanding relationship contracts for abortions, and fabricating medical records. You might want to call Redacted's attorney in California. While the media seems to think my office orchestrated figuring out this was a pattern of fraud, it was actually Redacted who first dealt with Laura's fake pregnancies and suicidal threats back in 2014. We are looking for a finding that the filings and subsequent filings were malignant per Rule 26, etc. We get that Laura may be judgment proof, as prior lawyers have discussed, but of course, that is not the legal standard, and Clayton's ability to collect fees judgment is not really our focus. Clayton is entitled to the court's finding. The Judge Matta will make in 3 matters now in her lap. That's paternity, OOP, and IAH. The value of the judgment may only be on paper, but TEDx Laura, Medium Laura, and Reddit lawyer, Laura rather. So,
wow.
Oh, wow. Need to be recategorized as fiction because she will. The minute you're out of the case, or sooner, as she did with Corey, start spinning more yarns, emailing the media, and sabotaging more of Clayton's professional endorsements with her nonsense.
Yeah.
Note. Oh, yeah, for sure. 100%. Note, there's
Damn
currently an
straight.
investigation regarding Laura pretending to be Black Howard University reporter who does not exist.
Chase J. Jones.
Yeah, that is wild, by the way.
Mhm.
That was so wild. And distributed an article in the middle of the case attempting to cancel Clayton, claiming he was involved with the use of the N-word. Contrary to Laura's beliefs, we do not control the media circus she started. But if Laura wants to run the reporters to run out of material, she needs to stop feeding it to them. That's true. She should
Yep.
go to whatever DBT inpatient program and
Oh,
help her stop living in a perpetual con.
ouch. Damn, son.
Yeah, she needs to admit to the fraud, dismiss the protective orders against Clayton, Michael, and Greg, and have you help her write a public apology.
And truthfully, any lawyer who cared about his client would listen to this advice and try to help her do that. But of course, the last lawyer that tried to help her do that was Alexis, who got a bar complaint for her trouble.
I am
That's
not a
what we're dealing with.
cast member. I like that. I'm not a cast member. But she would also do herself a world of favor if she included in her apologies the malignant art allegation about both Greg Gillespie and myself that she made to Judge, is that Judge Bacchus?
Bacchus.
Oh
Judge
my
Bacchus.
God. Hey, Bacchus. That's awesome. You're
Yeah, Judge
drinking. We got
Bacchus.
Bacchus on the stand.
Yeah.
Oh, man. In her
Judge
public
Bacchus
apology.
was Greg's lawyer. And unfortunately, Judge Bacchus didn't see through the charade, and he basically dismissed both the case without anybody having to pay attorney's fees. And so poor Greg was into it like 150,000
That's
and
insane.
wasn't compensated for that. And here's a man who may never recover financially from that. Who knows where he would be today without that financial burden. And he has a new baby. And he's been at every hearing sitting there behind Clayton, just waiting for this justice to come in that he never got. And it kills me. It kills me to see him sitting there in court and with his wife. Damn.
It's a sad statement here. That said, we know that Title 25 court only can do so much here, and the paragraph above is pie in the sky. Still, Clayton is exhausted emotionally and financially. Of course he would be, Of course he would be. But he's fully committed to this litigation until we get a judgment that he can show to the world. So, motion to compel. We agree there is an obligation to avoid discovery issues. We did that long before you were on board, and filing the MTC was already the last resort. Clayton is not willing to withdraw at this time because we are 10 months in, Laura fake medical records, and we have a trial date. We also have our experts who need whatever other records Laura claims she has, but with proof, verify. Yes, you need a chain of custody given her propensity to cut and paste. We would consider a brief extension for a response as a professional courtesy to you, as this is not your fault, but with some contingencies. Any extension would require Laura to immediately provide the picture she now suddenly claims she has one of the fetuses that she testified she deleted and did not have her iPhone anymore, and their sister deleted them. That information should be provided today from you. It will be time, date stamped, and will put an end to the great mystery of when the alleged miscarriage occurred. Remember, she stated in court that she did not know. She stated in deposition the same. So how wonderful it will be to know by the date stamp on the image that that will also be in her medical records from the telehealth doctor she sent an image to. We are eager to read the records from the doctor who told her not to worry about miscarrying 20-week twin fetuses, which would actually be fetal death warranting a death certificate under law. She must also immediately provide the name of the telehealth provider so we can obtain records directly from them, which should include photo per her sworn testimony.
God, this is so insane. She has weaved herself a web of lies that she is now stuck in.
And he said, here we have him saying, look, she's dodged turning this over. You're saying you have this stuff. We need it now. We need it now. And it's still not there.
Hey,
Laura knows.
Can we take a second real quick? I almost forgot. So justiceforclayton.com, a fantastic, fantastic site that has just done so much in this case The Justice for Clayton Twitter account, Justice for Clayton wiki page has helped us so much in getting this document we're reading tonight, like literally coordinating with sources on the ground. Every time we need documents, she's there, like making it happen. She would really like to come to Arizona to see this trial with us, and I would like her to go there as well. I have I started a Give Send Go. It is hooked up to her bank account. If you guys want to help her get to Arizona, I've offered to let her stay with me for free. We just need tickets. We just need a plane ticket. That's it. Just a plane ticket. I'm going to drop her Give Send Go in the chat for you guys in case you want to help her get there, because she's done so much work on this case. It's insane. For free, by the way. Totally for free. So JFC in the chat. The Give Send Go is
Drop
coming
it off.
right now. I'm putting it right there. There we go.
All right.
You know, if airline tickets are expensive these days, and like she's self-employed, so she can get the time off, but it would be great to have her be able to meet up with us in Scottsdale. She has done so much work for this entire investigation, tirelessly, not getting a dollar for it. So just want to say, drop her a couple of bucks toward a plane ticket. We would love that. We would love to meet up with her in Scottsdale and hang out and, you know, just say thank you for all the incredible work that she's done.
Yeah, she's done that and not gotten involved when people like any crazy like derail stuff. Like she stayed very above the fray, making sure that.
Oh, totally. Like, do you know how hard it is? And actually, she was like banned from, they tried to ban her from Reddit. They took down Laura took down her Twitter page. You know, justiceforclayton.com, the work that this woman has put into this totally as a project of passion, has not received a dollar, not a dollar for any of this work. And I'm telling you, we could not have reported what we have reported without her. No way. No way. She's even got somebody who is a document runner who every time I tell her, hey, there might be something on the docket today, she's coordinating with her Maricopa County runner to go and get that document, because Maricopa is unlike any other county I've ever worked with. And you have to literally go there in person to pick up documents. It's insane. In 2024, they don't have a digital, you know, thing. No, they don't. You have to drive there. You have to use your gas money. So let's just say a little thank you. We can get her $5, $1, $2. Like, there's so many people hanging out in the chat right now. We could literally get her a plane ticket in the next 5 minutes if everyone just like handed her a buck, $1. And Give Send Go, by the way, is such a great fundraising platform. They're not woke like GoFundMe, and they won't take down, you know, a fundraising thing just because some wokesters say that this isn't what we want to do. So I love that she's doing Give Send Go. Let's help Justice for Clayton get to Scottsdale.
Yeah, I was looking at it real quick. I'm looking at the thing. It's at 10% of what it's aiming for now, so it'd be pretty easy to pop it up there.
Yeah, right. I mean, I definitely want to see her there. I mean, I think all of us do. She has been so instrumental to this whole case. She's one of these unsung heroes, right? Who nobody really, you know, you're following her Twitter account, and she's got everything first. Thank you, Rosalind Duke. I see your donation. You're awesome too. Thank you so much. Subscribe to Rosalind Duke's YouTube page. She's hilarious. And I mean, I just think it would be a great thank you to get her out there, because, you know, she's like one of these unsung heroes. She's like behind the scenes doing all this hard work. And I can't tell you how much I rely on her every day. I'm texting her like, hey, what do we got? What's going on? What's the next thing? You know, like I'm relying on her, and yet she gets none of the accolades. And I think she deserves it. And only $540 left. We can do it. It's only a $600 ticket. We can do it. And I'm going to have her stay with me. She can stay with me at my parents' house, and we'll put her on the stream she can wear a mask if she doesn't want her face out there, but we'll get her on the stream. Oh my God, we're at 50% already. Look at this.
Did it jump to 50% already?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it
Damn.
did. We could literally fund this entire thing with the amount of people in this chat if we just, give $1, $2, you guys. Seriously. We're already at 50%. Unbelievable.
Actually, it's at it jumped up to 400 now.
No, shut up. Look at this.
Yeah,
Look at it go.
405.
Look at it go. Look at it go. I love that so much, you guys.
It's really $195 off. So it's very doable.
That's very doable. I mean, that's all she needs. I will feed her. I will house her. I will do all of that. Like, I will give her transportation to and from the courthouse. She can come stay with me. She doesn't need a hotel. We'll hang out by my parents' pool. It'll be fun. And I just think that she definitely deserves it. She deserves the little break from her life, have a little vacation, hang out with me and Dave Neal, and just enjoy the show. Enjoy the show because it's gonna be nuts. We're at 4:55, you guys. This is so awesome. I love you guys.
Since I'm represented by Avatar too, make sure that someone does a cardboard cutout of myself so I'm there. You'd be like, no, that's the real Tug. He's here. He flew down.
I wish you could come. I wish you could. I wish you could. That would be so fun.
It's at $490 now.
Oh my gosh.
I'm watching it for a second.
This is so much at $490. Oh my gosh, that was so fast. You know what?
500 now.
I knew it. 500? We're $100 away. Oh my gosh. This might be a record. This might
you said 5 minutes, and it's already it's set to almost bust that.
Oh my God. I think it's been less than 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, it's still being less.
Oh my God.
She has done a lot though, for real. I have to say. $550 now. So it's $50 off.
We are now $560. We're
$585.
Oh my God.
I'm refreshing as fast as I can to see it.
We're going to do $585. Oh my God. It's going to happen. $590. We're $10 away. $10 away, folks. $10 away. $5.95. $5. $5. Do I hear $5? Do I hear $5? Who's got $5?
One's going to be and we are now at $600.
Yay. There it is. We did
This is the fastest crowdfunding we have ever seen. Woo, yeah.
That is the fastest crowdfunding ever.
We are now at 610.
Wow. I'm going to text her right now.
Yeah, tell her.
Oh my God. I don't even know if she's still awake. Like,
just be like, hey, when you get up, just check yours and see where it is. Wink, wink.
Oh my God.
That is awesome.
So great. You guys are so generous. Thank you so much. That's awesome. That's awesome. I appreciate you guys because we really, she deserves it. She's somebody we don't talk about enough, who has done so much work in this case, so much work, and put up with a lot of crap too. She got railed by one of the Reddit groups, and they were just all after her, upset with her.
And Laura did take down her Twitter. That's legit.
She sure did.
Yeah,
she sure did. She sure did. So I just want to say thank you so much. You guys did it in less than 5 minutes. That's it. Tug, I am I'm shocked. I guess I'm not shocked because
I'm not shocked at all.
Audience is amazing.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Thank you. She's up to 745. She might be able to go first class at this point.
She's like, damn, I'm going to get a platinum grill. Tug talks about them. They're great.
Thank you so much. She has exceeded her goal. So she'll be able to join us. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right. Now redirect those super chats to Tug, please. We get that back to Tug.
That's right. On the Gibson Go, there is a scale of justice. Tug needs an installation on his back showing how much he supports just now.
He's going to get a tramp stamp. All right. Super chats for Tug's new tramp stamp. What are we going to put on there?
I don't know. Maybe we could maybe since we've spent so much time under the refrigerator, we could actually take a photorealistic picture under the refrigerator and tramp stamp it on there. That would be beautiful.
Crumbs on a floor. Oh my God.
Oh my God. They really did that. It's disgusting. Okay, I'm going to finish these last 3 paragraphs. Here we go.
Yeah.
Laura knows there are no medical records that support her fake pregnancy narrative, as confirmed by the 7+ providers who have no records of ever seeing her, notwithstanding her deposition and testimonies to protective order proceedings. I trust you have reviewed the records from Planned Parenthood, Dr. McCool's office, Dr. Higley, where they confirmed that your client was never a patient there. We will issue another HIPAA record request for the Banner records, but expect them to similarly be lacking in evidentiary value. We appreciate you having a lot to sift through, and you getting a brief extension is reasonable, but we need the telemed provider and the picture that has now magically appeared, contrary to her testimony today. Once we receive these, we can discuss what length of an extension is reasonable and further discuss resolution options. Again, please do not take our instance here personally. Oh, he did though. It did indeed. We may withdraw or be fired before the ink dries here, and we need to move this forward. If
you
it resolves,
may withdraw or
yeah,
be fired.
you may withdraw rather. That's right. You may get canned before we can even get it done. So send it over now. If it resolves sooner, that would be wonderful and welcomed.
Fantastic.
Good God. Okay, so let's see. All right, we saw. All right, this is just about the. Wait, is this the? There's the yuck again. So that's the same Texas. We've seen this email.
Right. Okay, we can skip that.
Yeah.
It's because I think, well, did he do both? I don't know. I think he quoted a lot of it. So
I don't know. We can.
Jenny says, do you think they will call the sister to the stand? Yeah. I mean, if I'm him, I'm subpoenaing her immediately.
That's the same.
I would be shocked if he didn't. I would be shocked. But I don't know, because I'm not privy to what their, strategy is. But if I were their attorney, if I were Clayton's attorney, I absolutely would have already subpoenaed her.
David, I appreciate your effort to excise Laura from the mess she caused. From the mess she caused.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like it. I like the way it comes together. Mess she caused, but we strongly disagree on your analysis of Rule 26, which is legally distinct from Rule 11, several important ways. If Laura thinks she will stop her exposure to sanctions, then we will, we welcome your motion to strike and we'll respond accordingly. That said, I'm more than happy to coordinate a meet and confer with you. So there's another. Hey, we will meet and confer.
Yeah.
We could set that up. But it will have to be tomorrow as I'm mediation with Jared Sandler today. I sat on the Supreme Court Rules Committee appointed by Justice
shit.
Shit. And specifically was on a subcommittee that addressed Rule 26.
Oh, shit. I wrote Rule 26.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. Greg Wojnik is like, well, it's funny that you're quoting Rule 26 because I wrote that shit. Oh, damn, that hurt.
He's like, I am confident that there are myriad legal and factual issues here, and we will not be withdrawing any of our motions as sanctions are more than warranted. Without diving too deep in the issue, here are a couple of quick comments. Laura had notice. If you only look at our motion to leave to amend, it contains detailed allegations about Rule 26 on page 5 and 6 of the amended answer. The motion for sanctions was not filed until January the 3rd, so she was given written notice of the specific Rule 26 allegation more than 10 days before filing via motion for a leave to amend. There are several emails and communications with Laura's parade of prior attorneys that met the same criteria. I just love the descriptors. Her parade of lawyers, Oh
yeah, the parade. I love it.
I want a baker's dozen of lawyers, though. I'm really.
I think he put that in a filing.
Did he?
I think, or an email. I think he called them the baker's
That's
dozen.
funny.
I seem to remember hearing that somewhere. Maybe that was me. I don't know. But we have been.
I mean, we've joked about it a bunch of times there.
We have joked about it, so maybe it wasn't Greg. It could have been us.
Laura would not have been able to withdraw her petition. Dismissing the entire petition after a response has been filed requires either agreement of both parties or approval of the court after a motion to dismiss. She filed a motion to dismiss before the motion for sanctions, which the court denied and expressly preserved the claims for attorney fees and sanctions. This is consistent with Rule 46A(1)(b). Court may dismiss a petition on such terms and conditions as the court deems proper, including the resolution of any claims by the responding party. We can talk more about this over the phone, and I will save the full legal analysis, including responding to referenced Rule 11 case law, which is neither directly on point nor analogous to Rule 26, which is intertwined with Title 25 actions and legal distinguishable. Legal man. He's saying, hey, I know this crap. I know it big time.
He literally just said he was on the Supreme Court panel. He wrote it. Like, he wrote Rule 26. He was on the panel that decided what Rule 26 was going to be. So he knows it inside and out. Hilarious.
I will also briefly point out that Rule 26 permits the judge to move for sanctions
on its own
on a finding of bad faith by Laura.
Damn straight.
I'm confident that George, see, I'm telling my brain for some reason. I keep putting names into stuff.
By the way, this is why, though, we said when he withdrew that motion for sanctions, it didn't matter because the judge has the right.
Yep, the judge can do it themselves.
Find bad faith.
And I mean, damn, you see the way the judge is reacting to a lot of stuff now. I have the feeling that the judge...
she might.
Yeah, I have the feeling that the judge is looking at this and, the judge... They want to treat the judge like an idiot, like the judge has no capacity to understand what this thing is. But, yeah, this judge is... It seems like they're seeing through it, which is good because many other judges, like you said, other judges have missed it.
Yeah, they've missed it. She's not going to miss it. By the way, Judge Mata is a mother, and I think that she has found this as offensive as we have found it, as mothers, as women who have been pregnant, women who have had miscarriages, women who know how pregnancy works. I assure you, Judge Mata, she feels it. She's carried babies. Oh my God, the GoFundMe is up to $930. So Justice for Clayton on Twitter, she is not only going to be able to fly to Scottsdale, but she can now stay in a hotel if she wants to.
She can have her own pool to stand by. Come on.
She's got some spending money.
She can buy some breadsticks.
She can buy... You guys are so sweet. Yeah, I would just like to point out that my own GoFundMe isn't even halfway funded, but that's okay because I was going to go and spend some time with my parents anyway, so I'm not asking. It's good. But I'm so glad. I'm so glad that she has it. I'm so glad. She deserves it. She's done so much work. She should surely make $1,000 on this, even if she doesn't get to go, if it's canceled or whatever. Like, she's deserved it. Like, every single dollar. So I appreciate it.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, she sent me a message and she said, I'm crying tears of amazement. Thank you. And I will thank Tug as well. Now it's time to tell my husband.
That's good, though, to actually get to see this play out like that as well. I'll just be tuning into the people that are there. I'll be like, hey, let's do an interview today. Either that or I'll just hijack your stream. So you better.
You can hijack my stream. Brad will be running my live stream, and you can pop in there with him anytime you want to because he'll be doing that.
No, I'm talking about hijacking it.
You can stream it. Yeah,
I'm talking about Larry and that.
Hell yeah, Larry, that shit. Absolutely, DUI guy, that shit. You absolutely should.
I'm going to be making sure that I tune into everybody, though. It'll be just like with dep cases or anything else, Well, it shows you, one of the beautiful things about this, and I think people who tune in understand that everyone looks at this stuff not just differently. When we go through documents and more, we all, when I watch like Dave go through something, and then I see you guys go through, you and him, I notice things after I get to think about it for a day. And then if I cover it a day later, bam, maybe I have more insight to put in it. Or we all get together and talk about something. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Dave is amazing too. Like he many times sees things that I don't see. Or that I haven't thought of. I mean, it's really interesting to like kind of crowdsource this sort of stuff anyway, which is why I always say there's enough audience for everybody because we could literally read the same document. Each one of us could read it alone, and we will each have a different perspective, or something will stand out to you that doesn't stand out to me, and something else will stand out to me. This is how this gets done, you know?
Well, it should, really. You see a lot of things that have been brought up because while the lawyer isn't conferring with people, they are definitely paying attention because there are a lot of people out there that they found a lot of different. I mean, I'm sure they do their own research. They have their own people, but a lot of people online, man, I mean, they have helped build some significant points that I think are reflected.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I'm confident that Judge Matta, we were here. Laura's efforts would be better spent complying with the uncontroversial rules of the 449 disclosure. Our experts are waiting for the miscarriage photos and the simple name of the doctor. Just give us a name of the doctor that she sent the image to per her testimony. Brian Neumeister is prepared to examine the images as well. You said you had the information. I want to interview Brian Neumeister since he's crossed over into two cases that I've covered here.
We should make that happen because
you need to come on here, my friend.
Yeah, we should make
Seriously,
that happen.
I'd like to talk to, if nothing else, even, because obviously it wouldn't be about it would just be talking about what he does, and he could talk about he testified in the Depp case, so we could talk about that, and you could glean a lot of information about what's going to go on with this.
Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting to me that he's also the expert in this case.
Yeah.
It's like he's becoming the expert in false allegations. It's fantastic. I mean, it's good. It's good. And I think we should definitely talk to him. I don't know if he'll be willing to. I don't know if if there's some kind of expert rule.
We wouldn't. I would not ask questions over this case, at all. I would make that clear. There would be nothing whatsoever. But as far as just what he does, period, and again, we've seen what he does in another case, and he was very on point with it. I mean, the thing that ended up wrecking Amber Heard was some of the items that she duplicated or she put through filtering.
Right.
Which there would be, two versions of something
with lighter, like the lights were lighter or darker.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that did her in. I mean, when Camille nailed her on the same photograph that was submitted under two separate dates, it was like, oh, bitch, please. Seriously, bitch, please. Stop trying. Please stop trying to convince us that this shit is real. Because obviously this shit is not real.
I like that. You said you had the information. You said you had it. And they are beyond overdue per Rule 49. There you go, right there. I trust you saw the discussion between Laura, Corey, and the judge on the issue of the alleged miscarriage in our most recent status conference. Again, this is not about you. You've been nothing but professional. We appreciate it. But wait until you start talking about breaking our careers. But we've had these conversations with prior attorneys. We've been in front of the judge. We now have all three proceedings before Judge Matta, or at least the third should be en route after our recent motion. I've also attached the unredacted email to Laura's prior attorney in the redacted, which Corey was copied on. If you'd still like to meet and confer.
Look at this nice, look at, it's not about you. You've been nothing but professional. We appreciate it. We've had these conversations with their prior attorneys. This is not a guy who needs to be compelled to go to lunch. Dang. It just pisses me off that like this guy has lied about Greg in public.
Yeah,
know?
yeah. And tried to do damage to him.
He's trying to damage his reputation. He's threatening with bar complaints. Bar
Mhm.
complaints? By the way, Greg Woodnick was an ethics professor in law school. Do you really think that this is a man who would open himself up to bar complaints? Did this guy do any research before he decided to come in threatening this shit? I'm so disappointed. As the internet's mom, I just want to say that David Gingras, I am disappointed in you. You have not lived up to my expectations nor the expectations of anyone on the internet because you didn't even do your basic research. This is your mom shaming for the day. You are shameful.
Shame. Shame.
You are shaming your profession.
Shame.
You are shaming all lawyers. You're shaming men in general for just being a dickbag. Sorry
Man.
that you're such a dickbag.
I'm
I
gonna-
would ground you if I could. I would take away your electronics. You are not allowed to use your phone for the next 30 days. Put it in a lockbox.
I'm not surprised though. You know what? I'm gonna cut this into 2 live streams because there is no freaking way we make through 70 pages
We're
of
only
this
on
shit
page
tonight.
23.
There's no
Well,
way. And I
we
mean,
can-
it's
can pick
fascinating
it up.
stuff though. Huh?
We can pick it up on the next one. Yeah, why not?
I mean, there's there's a lot, and they're actually, they're not exhibits like pictures. They're actually emails, but the emails
haven't
go
even
for
read
40
this.
something pages.
Yeah,
The emails are fascinating because
they are. Because he claims that Greg didn't communicate with him at all.
Yep.
Yeah. We need to split this up. Are you doing anything tomorrow?
I don't know yet. Well, we can see.
Yeah, maybe we can. Oh, I'm supposed to be on with Ricardo tomorrow. Maybe if he says he has time. So we'll see.
We'll
But
see.
maybe
I'll
we
yell
could
at
do it
you.
before then. Yeah.
I'll yell at you when you see what that. I'm gonna hit some super chats.
All right. Do it.
Boots on the ground. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to Tugs Thugs. Appreciate you. Thank you. Angel Australia. How you doing, by the way? Thank you for 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. I've seen those flowing in too. Appreciate those. Love watching them drop in. Fallen Hero. Glad to see you, by the way. Thank you for the gifted membership. Thank you. Mag in Florida. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for your membership. Welcome to Tugs Thugs. Appreciate you. Wendy, thanks for the $2 super chat. Welcome to Pond Scum Posse Dave. Yeah, he got a good welcome today, didn't he? Here, let me pull this document down. Actually, let me pull that down. Dave is fun to have on, I have to say. Janice, thanks for the 10 there. As a pharmacist, we didn't require a sonogram or the sex of fetus or anything to sell someone a Plan B box of tablets or the morning after pill. Tracy, thanks for the 5 there. Wait, if it was in July, where did the bump come from that she was rubbing?
I can answer that. Amazon.com.
It was an allergic reaction.
Or she has a tumor that needed to have been operated on.
Swollen glands because she was pregnant in her mouth and it caused her
Swollen
belly.
glands.
Yeah. And yep. And whatever caused, I mean, you've never had tonsil babies. You don't know. I don't know. I don't think you have anyway. I mean, you haven't disclosed that anyway. I mean, you have kids. Maybe you did have something. I don't know. If I were going to refer to an expert on that, I would ask Jeff. He did those amazing pictures.
So funny.
Yeah, so it's still on my nightmares. Hashtag Pond Scum Posse. Tara, thanks for 5. I had one at 7 to 8 weeks. Felt like a really big clot when it came out. I had to get an ultrasound to make sure everything was out.
Yeah, that's what I would think would happen. You would need to go get an ultrasound. And that is what my OBGYN on call told me. It highly recommended that you go. Not required, but highly recommended. So any doctor on telemed who was like, nah, you're fine. That's negligent.
I don't want a doctor on telemed anyway for something like that.
I know, right?
I mean, yeah, it looks fine on this grainy 480p picture that we have here.
I
Yeah.
literally just had my kid do a telemed appointment for pink eye,
Uh,
and they couldn't even see it. I had to send them a photograph because they couldn't see it on the video.
well,
And
what
even then,
sucks?
I was like, maybe I need to take her in.
Well, see, when all the beer bug stuff hit, that's when all like in our areas, I know because I helped a bunch of provider out in these areas, a bunch of the community mental health providers, not individual, but community mental health places, they set up and you could not find 1080p cameras. They were gone because everybody was buying them all up. If it wasn't for care like that or hospitals, you had individuals buying them up because everybody was going to be working from home. So a lot of places you had to go back and buy outmoded equipment. I mean, one place that we work with bought 72 like ancient like 480p cameras, and I was like, well, you can tell a person you're talking to a person. I mean, it's mental health. I mean, I can't tell you if they're like jerking or moving or if it's just the quality of the picture, but I'll help you set it up. I mean, it was like, wow, this is bad, but it was really bad at the time, and I imagine a lot of places are still using that outmoded equipment. They're trying to bring in stuff, but you still have shortages of it in some
Right.
areas. So, Emma, thanks for the 5. Maybe what she passed was a decidual cast. It's literally a chunk of uterus lining. Some people
Ooh.
can confuse it for a miscarriage.
Ooh, I've never heard of that. That sounds terrible.
I think we're thinking that a person that has lied repeatedly about this stuff is acting in good faith in some way, and it's just like the discussion about mental illness. That is a very dangerous road to go down. I understand why the lawyers are bringing it up because she would have to apologize and admit wrongdoing, and they're giving her you want to give a carrot with that stick. You want to say, well, there
Yeah.
is an out for you. You can say, and people would, no media or anything really. I mean, some media, some Megan Foxes might talk about it, but the other media, they won't even cover what's happening now. So they're of course going to be like, oh, that mean old guy, look what he did. But it would at least say that it was a lie.
Yeah.
Casey Cat, thanks for the 10 there. If you have a miscarriage, even early, you have to see a doctor to make sure you passed it all. If not, a DNC is required or sepsis can set in. That's dangerous, even life-threatening.
Well, that's what I always understood. Oh, my Give Send Go is fully funded. Oh, you guys are unbelievable. My God, you finished mine and you sent JFC. All right, I'm shutting it down so no one can send any more because I only wanted to get that much. So I'll go shut it down right now. That's awesome. Thank you so much. And by the way, JFC posted on Twitter that she's in tears. She's so grateful to you all, and can't believe that it happened. She said, OMG, I'm so stunned at the generosity of the folks watching that umbrella stream. I'm crying happy tears. I can't believe it. This is so great. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for all of it, for funding her, for funding me, and for just being here and wanting truth and justice, and being in this for the right reasons. It's like The Bachelor always says, "Are you in this for the right reasons?" This crowd is in it for the right reasons. Let me tell you.
I'm glad to see so many people that really want good outcome. I've seen that with a few cases now, and it's good. It's actually uplift. You see so many negative things coming from so many awful people that it kind of detracts from the reality that there are a lot of good people out there.
Yes. Yes. So many. And it makes me think that what Dave Neal says is true. He believes in a friendly universe. And when things like this happen, so do I. So do I. And that means something to me because most of the time I don't believe in it.
Most of the time I'm black pilled as fuck.
Yeah, most of the time I'm black pilled as fuck. Right, exactly. Like, so when things like this happen, it's like, oh yeah, wait a minute, maybe it's not as dire as I think it is. Maybe most of us out there really just want to see good things happen to people. And I hope that that's the case. I pray that that's the case. I told Dave he needs to give me some tutoring lessons and how to believe the world is a friendly place. Because believe me, I want to believe that. I really do.
I bless this stream, by the way. Okay. I bless all of you in it. Yes, you are in. You
In
have
nome dei
now
Padre, Filio,
Spiritu
Santo.
Sancte. Yes. Man, I listened to enough things on popes that I do know I can get that one right.
I know you can get that one right. I think I did it wrong. You did it right.
John S. Thanks for two. Give me a witness. Indeed. There you go. Healing Montana Nana. Montana Nana. I like that. Thanks for the 10. I miscarried at 8 weeks. Had to bring tissue the size of an adult fist to my doctor's office to verify it was complete. Second miscarriage was a partial at 10 weeks and required DNC. And I see what bothers me about cases like this is it takes people's pain and it's meant to, these people try to unify because they see tragedy as a badge of clout, something that they can utilize. It's just like stolen valor. You know, when people have been out like in military service or something, you know, they've gone through horrible things many times. People go in and they steal it because going through terrible stuff that's not a badge of clout. People should not use it that way. And that's why
this story is stolen motherhood valor.
I love to wreck fuckers like this. I do. Because I hate false accusers like that. They are abusers. They don't just abuse the person that they're aiming at. They abuse so many other people out there too.
It's terrible.
Sandra D, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I have to watch myself. I'll rant about that all night
that
too.
That was so generous. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. That was
I love the gifted memberships, by the way. Like I said, I do. That's one of the best features on YouTube, I think. Unhung Hero, thanks for the 2. Ask Megan's dad about talking about her hair. LOL.
He says, nobody wants to hear about that. Shut up about your hair already.
Shut up about your hair.
I have an entire video of him telling me what I'm doing wrong on my YouTube channel. And he's like, who the hell cares about your hair anyway? Shut up about your hair.
He sounds like he'd be fun. Come criticize me. Come criticize me, Daddy Megan.
Oh my God, he's so funny. He's so funny. I promised everybody that, you know, when I get to Arizona, I will put him on stream, but only Rumble stream, only Rumble. He is not allowed on YouTube. He will get my channel yeeted off of YouTube.
Oh shit, we still haven't done that freaking Dr. Phil video yet.
Oh yeah, we got to do the Rumble only stream.
I forgot all about that, man.
Yeah,
like so much stuff happens every day.
You know what though? I did watch it and it's kind of anticlimactic. I think we watched the best part of it.
Did we?
That got Jeff demonetized.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's such a douchebag that he didn't put the beginning part on, so we can't see what that poor woman went through. He actually cut her part of the story out. So we never get to hear what exactly was done to that woman that he apologizes to in the beginning. That's so bullshit.
Well, you know, there's a article. I was trying to think of where it was from. I can't remember. I pulled it up and I mailed it to myself, so I have to pull it up. But it talks about all of that stuff, and so much of it is crazy. By the way, thank you too.
Oh, sorry. I looked
for. I was going to say somebody sent me I'm just going to use initials because again, you know, information. But KG, thank you for the $25 PayPal as well. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I just noticed that. I always miss them. You know?
Dr. Phil talked about a bunch of people and minors who unalived themselves because of the dirty.com. I think that the media has literally hidden those stories because he named names. Phil did. Dr. Phil named names. I haven't been able to find any of them. So it's like everything got memory hold after the dirty.com went away or whatever. I don't know. But I can't find the stories of the people who unalived themselves after the defamation was allowed to proliferate on the dirty.com. It's like their stories have just disappeared. And I find that to be tragic. And And so he deleted, Douche Canoe deleted that first part of the episode, and I can't find it anywhere because I don't subscribe to whatever the channel is that Dr. Phil is on. So if any of you are like, I think it's not Paramount, it's, I don't know, A&E, one of those that I don't have. Dr. Phil is on there. If you can find that, it's called The Internet Lies, or something like Dirty Lies in the Internet. I think that's what it's called. If you can find it, find it.
I need to look up some more on that because I'm curious about it enough to. I found some interesting articles, but like you said, a lot of that stuff. Tom, I wonder if some legal threats maybe made some people pull articles as well.
Maybe
we've
they were
seen-
legal threats from Douche Canoe Esquire.
Yep, that's what I'm wondering there.
Yeah, I wonder.
John, thanks for the 5. Wifey are sacred indeed. Do not mess with happy, fun wifey. Poke lady, Tiger Phoenix, get the horns of the bull.
Right?
There you go, for sure. Julie, thanks for the 5. A DC who needs a D&C. Figure out what DC stands for in my vocabulary. Hint, not douche canoe.
They used to call it a dusting and a cleaning, which is a little bit
Dusting and a
offensive
cle-
to women who have to go through it. I remember
Ugh.
one of my one girlfriend who had
That's awful, man.
Isn't that awful? She had to go for a D&C after a miscarriage, and she goes to check in, and the woman behind the desk goes, "Oh, you're here for a dusting and a cleaning? Let's get you in." And she just felt so defeated, like, "Oh no, that's not what I'm here for. Like, I'm mourning the loss of my child.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, though." But yeah, they
That's
literally
jacked
called it
up.
that. They literally did.
There's so many fucking weirdos and in the medical I deal with some of them, man. Oh Lord. Like I've dealt with some really, really smart medical and mental health providers, but some that have no patient awareness, none at all. Because I mean, everything's book learning, and they'll see real examples. Some of the things they say, I'm like, why would you say that to somebody? Oh my God.
Bedside manner is a thing that appears to not be taught anymore. Like I took my husband in. He had a septum surgery for a deviated septum on his nose, and it was a very hard surgery. That's a surgery where
I've been there. I did that once.
they have to break your nose and then reconstruct it, and then they pack it with all this gauze. Well, and then they send you home. Well, he's at home, and he's bleeding onto this gauze thing, and I kept having to change the gauze under his nose, and I thought, this is not a normal amount of blood. This is too much blood. And I'm now starting to get very nervous because he was like, not in his right mind. And he had a very high fever. And the fever would not go away. So I ended up taking him back to the ER. Now they put this packing way up in the nose. You probably remember this if you've had this done. This doctor, who's allegedly an actual doctor, he starts pulling the packing out of his nose. Now, imagine this man just had surgery, so it hurts. And when he gets the packing out, some blood and stuff spurts out of the nose like it's been, blocked by something, like you just unblocked a fire hose, right? And it lands on the doctor's shoes. This guy jumps back and is swearing and screaming, "What the fuck? What, Jesus fucking Christ?" He's like this lawyer that we're talking about. Oh my God, like acting like it's the biggest deal on earth. I wanted to punch him in the face. My husband's literally dying. He had an infection that could have gone to his brain in the packing. And this guy is complaining about his shoes. That, to me, the bedside manner, like, you can get a lot of things wrong, but if you get the bedside manner wrong, you lose every time. This poor man was in so much pain, and my husband has a high pain tolerance. And he felt so bad for bleeding on this man's shoes. He still talks about it to this day. Like, that was the worst day of my life when I bled on that guy's shoes. I'm like, are you kidding me? I wanted to knock him out. Ugh.
Yeah, I remember as a kid, I had 2 nails go through my foot, just wham in. It's awful, awful, awful feeling. So I'm sitting in the ER, waiting. My foot's bleeding so bad that they gave me a bucket to bleed in. And the doctor came out, and I
Oh
mean,
my
I'm
God.
bleeding a lot. And the doctor came out and he was like, you'll be all right. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh.
While I'm waiting. And I was like, I'm not going to be all right. I mean, I'm filling up a bucket here. What's going on, man? Yeah, bedside manner, man. You got to love that. I actually saw, I went to Vanderbilt for, I can't remember exactly what I went for. Oh, yeah, it was because my appendix started having problems, which they didn't catch, by the way. Yay, fun times. But when I was there was a guy in the ER laying on the floor with, he was internal bleeding, and he died on that floor.
my
They
God.
let him die on the floor.
Oh
I mean,
my God.
yeah, there were some articles about it and everything else. And I thought, my God, am I in the same hospital with this? Because
No
when that guy,
shit.
when they called me, I was like, I even asked the nurse, I was like, what about that guy over there, man? I mean, he's in bad shape.
Oh no.
And apparently they didn't get him in.
That's how I feel about everyone sitting in the waiting room right now at J Hatch in Florida. Like, get the fuck out of there. Do you know what this hospital has done? Don't be at J Hatch Children's Hospital, Johns Hopkins, all children's. Like, not only will they like steal your kid, they'll drive you to unalive yourself. Like, get the hell out of there. It's amazing to me that they still have people coming through their doors.
I got the worst. So the hospital up here, my grandmother, my step grandmother, she went in and she had two heart attacks, and she went in, she was having chest pain, and she was like, this is how I felt before. Like, there's another, I'm gonna have another heart attack. I can tell it's coming. They went through some testing, and they were like, it's indigestion. You're just having indigestion. So she, they forced her out of the hospital. Not that they released her. They forced her to leave, and she had a massive heart attack in the car outside, and ended up dying in her car.
Oh my God.
Yeah, in the hospital. I was like, you fucking pieces of garbage.
Well, this is why when like the powers that be get all like, they wax all self-righteous about, these certain things are going to kill you, whether it's pandemics or whatever. I say to myself, well, the worst death rates in America are negligence by hospitals. Like, look it up. I think hospital negligence is actually higher than car accidents. It's like, it's insane, hospital negligence, but nobody gets sued because nobody has $5 million to take one of those.
Yeah, you can't fight them. You can't.
No, look at Maya Kowalski did it. She did it. But the reason why she did it wasn't because she had a ton of money. It's because she found lawyers who were willing to sell a lawyer who was willing to sell his own house and take his kids out of private school in order to continue fighting for her over 8 years. 8 years Greg Anderson fought for her.
That's insane.
But he had to sell his own house, Tug.
That's what I mean. That's insane.
How many lawyers do you think you would find who would be willing to take their kids out of private school and sell their house and downsize?
I remember when I had my appendix issues, I started having pain with it, and I went to Vanderbilt, Cookville. I went to all these different hospitals, and they were all like, So they sent me to a specialist, and they give you that stuff where they're going to do tests. So they give, you're supposed to clean your system out. And when they gave it to me, I had so much pain. I thought I was going to die. Worst pain. It's just awful. I'm shaking and stuff. And I'd been to ER so many times, like, I don't want to go back again. But it's like, there is something wrong. So I ended up going to Murfreesboro, and they were like, yeah, your appendix is ruptured. And that stuff, it's been in the process. They were like, they didn't catch that. I was like, multiple fucking hospitals didn't catch it. What's up?
And you can die when it ruptures. Like, you can die quickly.
Well, what's bad is
M169 says hospital negligence is the third leading cause of death. Okay, that's pretty high.
Yeah,
that's pretty high on the list. What's number one? Heart disease, probably. I'm guessing number 1 is heart disease, 2 is car accident, 3 is hospital negligence. It's high.
I'm gonna guess live streaming fatalities. Like one time I was streaming.
Pond scum fatalities.
I was streaming in the Johnny Depp trial, and I broke the side of my chair because I leaned back and forth. You can hear me leaning on it, going beep, beep, when I'm, and you can hear there's one of those days you can just hear the whole side of it and me fall on the floor. Bam! I was like, oh shit,
Oh my God.
So I'm gonna say that's number one, or at least number two. Yeah. All right, City
At
Chief.
least.
Thanks for the two. Little Umbrella Girl protection money to avoid the meat grinder. That is a smart payday right there.
I'm so glad I was here for that
Me
grinder day.
Me too. I love it. K-Rab, thanks for the 5. Told Douche Canoe on Twitter, Judge was going to I'll chew him up and spit him out. Can't wait for her to see this. LOL. Indeed. And John, thanks for the 10 there. At Ashley Anderson, I recently heard a story out of Michigan where the jury refused to convict based on charges of feeding the homeless with a $500 fine. Jury nullification is a thing. I remember that trial. I didn't know what was going on with that, John, thanks also for the 2. Any thoughts on OJ? I didn't know OJ died. I've been that out of the loop. Did he die for real?
Yeah, he did. I don't know why anybody cares. Like, oh, OJ's dead. Anyway,
I read his book. Did you read that book? If I Did It?
No.
Holy
Why would
crap!
I read that? Why would the dude
Because
is guilty? He did it.
He told you exactly how he did it, and the missing clothing, for example. Why they couldn't find it? Because he burned it. That's why.
I mean, look, he did it.
You.
Nobody else killed his wife except him. So when I hear that OJ died, the only thought that runs through my head is, finally. I don't know why any of you care. I really don't. I really don't understand it, unless you were part of the small minority of people who really thought he didn't do it. But he did it. Okay? So can we just move on?
He wrote a wink, wink, if I did it book. And I mean, it was, it was a confession. He thought he was going to get his payday out of it.
But he couldn't ever be tried again because double jeopardy.
But he didn't get that payday either. It went to the family anyway because civil court.
Mm-hmm.
So, Gwendolyn, thanks for 15 months. Please tell me the judge is going to be smart enough to see through this big pile of crapola.
Oh, I believe she will. Judge Mata she's no spring chicken. She knows. Okay.
But you've seen a bunch of the stuff that she's saying, yes, you're going to have to turn stuff over. You're going to have to do this and that. So
she denied that idiotic motion for more time before I had a chance to read it. That's how quickly. She didn't even read that shit. She didn't even read it. She got right to the point where he said, this case is exactly like Donald Trump. And she went, fuck you.
Denied. Sit down.
So he actually died on Wednesday, but the information didn't release till today. Huh. I didn't realize that. Tracy, thanks for the 5. Come on, guys. The ultrasound clearly shows she was pregnant with 2 healthy Adobe stock photos. I'm going to read that one again. I like that one.
That's good stuff.
John, thanks for the 5 there. Turkey baster. What are they feeding you? Turkey baster. It's not. Poor turkey basters. It isn't the turkey baster.
It's not the turkey baster's fault.
John S., thank you also for the 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate you, John, by the way. Good to see you, right? Casey Cat, thanks for the 2. So she was AI impregnated? Is that how it works? David, thanks for the 5 there. Megan, can I have a side of vocal fries with the lies, please?
Oh my God. I don't know why you asked me to talk like this. It hurts my throat so bad.
That's why I didn't read 20 freaking pages like this, because I knew I wouldn't have a voice tomorrow.
That's probably why I have a sore throat. We've been doing too much vocal fry.
But all these fucking people use it. We make fun of the journos. They do it. And
how do they do it? How do they keep it up without having like a serious problem with their voices at some point? I don't know. It's amazing.
I did that so much. I was talking to somebody at work and I caught myself doing that for a minute. I was like, wait a minute. I shouldn't be doing that.
I know. When you were doing the vocal fry during the 6-hour live stream with Jeff, it was really funny to hear you try to switch back to your regular voice because it would kind of dip back into
Yeah, dip back
that.
there.
Because you get used to it.
I guess that I don't know how they do it all the time though, because I would be like this after a little while.
I
I
don't
mean,
think
like,
I ever did it. I think it came about in the younger crowd after I was out of that 20s state. It's 20-year-olds mostly who talk
Hmm.
like that. And there's a ton of it on The Bachelor, by the way. If you watch The Bachelor, there's a ton of vocal fry and also a ton of vocal fry on any of those dating shows. I am totally into Love at First, or what is it? Love is Blind. That's such a shit show. I have to watch it when it comes on. So much vocal fry.
I
If
can't
I
watch
were
any
a
of those.
dude and I listened to that voice on the other side of the wall and they were like, "Hi, my name's Madison," I'd be like, "Nope, next."
For real. John, thanks for the 10. Turkey Baster Lady reminds me of the story of Civil War gal who alleged she had a pregnancy due to the bullet that
What?
pierced a soldier's scrotum, then hit her in the baby maker.
Whoa. Is that for real?
You
Oh my
need to
God,
look that one up,
oh
Maggie.
my God, Laura Owens is reincarnated. That
Yeah,
woman
in a
was
previous
reincarnated.
life.
That's who she was. Holy crap. I gotta
Breaking
look up that
news. We have
story.
now figured out the puzzle.
Oh, where did you hear this story, John S?
It's going to be like, listen
I'm
to this
looking it up right
audio
now.
book. If it happened during the Borgia times, I'd be there. Law RN things for the 10. I like that. Law RN things for the 10. Every filing requires an edit to the timeline. That's true. That's very true. The building of lies upon lies where proof exists is Casey Anthony pathological. Yes, indeed. Vanessa, thanks for the 10 there. HCG can take up to 6 weeks after miscarriage to return to baseline. A blood clot test could show positive for HCG. During that time, 6 weeks decline. October blood test with positive HCG results doesn't math.
No.
A lot of that doesn't math anyway. Numbers.
Tug.
Yeah.
You aren't going to believe this. That pregnancy story from the Civil War coined the phrase "son of a gun."
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to start calling people. And the next time somebody
Son of
doesn't
a
want to
gun.
call me a son of a bitch and calls me a son of a gun, I'm gonna be like, you're calling me a bullet scrotum baby. That's pretty bad too.
Listen to this. It's a Civil War tale of a magic bullet that passed from a soldier on the battlefield to a nearby house where it struck a woman and got her pregnant. The tale was documented by Dr. Legrand Capers in 1874 in a reputable medical journal, the American Medical Weekly. The story is now the subject of a Mississippi-made movie called Son of a Gun.
Oh my God. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to check.
My God.
That's amazing. No, it's even
I'm gonna have to read this. I'm going to have to read this on a live stream. I'm gonna have to make a video about this. This is I think we have discovered who Laura Owens is. She's literally this woman. Her name, what was her name? Her name was Caper. No, that was
that was the doctor.
the doctor. Who was that? What was the name of the woman? I don't know if we have her name. Interesting.
I want to know
This
what the name of
sounds
the
like
kid.
His name was clearly Magnum. I mean, come on. I don't
They
know.
named him JFK. You'd be like, Magic Bullet, what? Oh shit. Miss Jackson, thanks for the month there. Love you guys. Hey, love return. Thank you. Suzanne, thanks for the 20. Y'all are just amazing to listen to. Thank you. Started following you with What the Hells, and so glad to keep trucking. What?
I said, oh, great.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
said, "Oh, wait."
No, I said, "Oh, great,"
I
because
thought
I
you
love
found
it.
some more about the nutsack bullet.
No,
I was
I
like,
love
"Oh."
hearing that people like found us through What the Hales and they stuck around. I'm getting so many of those messages lately, like saying, found you through What the Hales and love your content. I'm staying, and I'm so thrilled by that. I'm so thrilled. Thank you for being
I
here.
get a couple of finger wagging ones that are like, "Oh my God, how dare you stream with Megan Fox?"
Are you serious?
I do
Who the
every
hell?
now and then.
How come
Yep.
nobody is emailing me being like, "How dare you stream with that umbrella guy?" I guess
Because
I
he's
really am
amazing. And
I guess
nobody wants.
I'm the dregs. I'm the one at the bottom.
Would you denounce the Pope? I mean, I would.
Oh man, apparently I'm at the bottom of the totem pole. I'm not getting these
I'm just like,
hysterical
what?
emails. I'm
I'm
not
just like,
getting these
yeah.
strongly worded letters like Dave gets about me and you get about me. No one is telling me like, "How dare you stream with Tug?"
Somebody send Megan a letter telling her how dare you, just so she doesn't feel left out.
Yeah, somebody please send me
Yeah.
something. Like I feel like why am I the one everyone's complaining about? The hell did I do?
Dare you hang out with a white rapping Pope?
I still don't know what I did that made everyone so angry. I don't know, but I guess it's good to
I
be
get
hated.
MAGA in it still a lot,
Mm,
That
yeah.
MAGA. I'm like, no.
Is that what
Anywhere I
the
wouldn't care. It wouldn't matter to me. Like I said, I hang up with I like D-Day Cobra, Geeks and Gamers. And he's a very vocal Trump supporter. He's a very vocal. We agree on something, we disagree on something. It doesn't matter. We have fun when I'm on his streams. I like the guy. He's funny. And you know what? When I was a tiny little fucking channel, that dude had my back when people tried to destroy what I was doing because I pissed off some people in the comic industry. And that dude, no benefit. He only got bullshit for it. Didn't care. Good people have your back, and good people are fun to hang out with. If we can't get over a bunch of little petty bullshit like some social or political
like who you voted,
disagreements.
like who you voted for? Like, okay, so I voted for Trump many years ago, and like somehow I'm still MAGA, even though I never tweet about it. I don't talk about it. I'm literally not voting this time. And it still doesn't matter. I'm just this, oh, you're a fucking Trump supporter. Well, I kind of gave up on all of it, but I guess that doesn't matter because I voted for Trump twice and I'm not afraid to say it. Well, who is my alternative? Joe Biden? Yeah, I don't think so. Or Hillary Clinton? Like these are two of the most hated people in politics, but but it's fine. I'm a good person if I voted for them. I guess.
You're like, I didn't want to vote for a status quo politician. Oh shit, what a monster! Even though
Well,
most of
you're
us
a
agree on
monster.
that, we hate
Well, like
politics.
my husband voted for Ross Perot back in the day, and I really think like, man, he was a genius. My husband is a genius. Like he really got it way before I did. I was like voting for Bush like a moron, and he's voting for Ross Perot. I mean, granted, the guy was a little off,
A
but
little off.
he was a lot
A
off.
little
Okay.
off. Dude
Yeah, but
reminded me of like
didn't you see the troll there? Like the troll is so great. It's like he almost won. He really almost won. He cost Bush his presidency. The guy, like he was like the Trump of the 90s. And yeah, he was a little off. So was Donald Trump. But the point is, like, what have we been doing with these other guys? Like, they're not off? Yeah, they are. That one's getting BJs under his office desk. The other one's starting wars, claiming there were weapons that weren't there. Like, why do they get a pass? Why are they normal? But a guy like Ross Perot is unthinkable, or a guy like Donald Trump is unthinkable. I would rather have the weirdo than, these very polished, wind up toy politicians. Just saying. I think we should give Joe Rogan a chance. That's what I'm saying. Joe Rogan 2024. There it is.
I just love telling people I voted for Kanye. It's not true, but I still love telling people that. Vote your conscience. I voted for Kanye. How dare you, you piece of shit.
How dare you?
I love telling people that. KC, thanks for the 5. Megan, you rock. Chicago style pizza is thin crust cut in squares, not deep dish.
Preach.
That's tourist pizza.
That's right. That's right. Preach.
So Nightweaver, thanks for the 5 there. What I'm hearing is pizza competition stream. Yep, that's happening
It's
apparently.
happening, baby.
Rio Rye, thanks for the 2 there. Pizza in action. Casey, thanks for the 5 there. True Chicago style pizza. Provolone and mozzarella cheese on it.
I don't know about provolone. We always just did full fat mozzarella at my pizza shop, but Aurelio's is freaking fantastic, Unhung Hero. Thank you for mentioning it. Rosati's is okay, but Aurelio's is my favorite.
It's like Dave's like not gone into Tennessee cuisine far enough. I'm like, you go in the backwoods, come out here, man. We'll get you some frog legs and
Oh, you need to have Dave come visit you. You guys must be close. Maybe Dave can do he does that riding cars thing with Dave Neal. He needs to ride with Tug.
Oh, here's a kiss. There you go. There. Is that better? Yeah. What were you doing? Were you jumping on your bed?
No.
Yeah, no, because we don't jump on our beds, do we? No, that's right.
I hit my phone.
Let me see. Whoop. Let me see it. Oh, poor baby.
It was the phone. My
It looks okay though. I'll give it a kiss though. Here, give me a kiss. There. Is that better?
Don't take her to an ER. They'll cut it off.
No, she subscribes to the give me a kiss on the cheek because she knows it cures everything.
It does though. It does.
Yeah, it does. She's fine now. She's like, all right, I'm out of here. I'll see you later.
All right, I'm good.
What's that say? Aurelio's in. It is
Rosati's.
Chicago. Oh, Rosati. I have no fucking idea what that is. My southern is like what?
It's Rosati's.
It's Chicago style pizza.
Yep.
LA, thanks for the 5 there. Dave, that's a pizza square, thick, no crust, gross.
What's RI? Rhode Island?
Is that what
Oh,
a
yeah. Yeah, because Dave's from the East Coast.
Oh.
I thought he was from Boston, though. I don't know. It's just RI stand for Rhode Island? I don't know. What's a PHS band?
I don't know. It was in a PHS band. The El Presidente, freshman bass player and trombone.
Oh, well, Dave was
school band. It was a high school band.
High school band. Dave was a band leader, so he is a big band guy in high school. Legal Vices.
He was like, Legal Vices, thanks for the squiggles. You guys talk too much. I'm unsubscribing. I never eat anything from Crapchester.
Good call. I'm never eating anything from Crapchester.
And 169, thanks for the 2. Cincinnati chili enters the chat.
That shit is good. Have you ever had Cincinnati chili?
I don't know.
There's
like
cinnamon
all the
in
distinctions.
it. And they serve it over spaghetti. It's good. It's good.
I don't know. I get stuck on barbecue. We have enough like deep fried or bad stuff for you. And then I like to eat Greek sometimes,
Love Greek food.
That's about where I'm stuck. Yeah. Steak Pleshkin, thanks for the 2. Buddy's Pizza is light years better than thin crust. I love thin crust.
I will see you at dawn. Choose your weapon.
They're like thick crust pizza. That's what they want you to fight with. You're both going to battle it out. You take your pizza and you try to beat each other in whichever one.
I have slapped you across the face with my leather glove, and you will meet me on a field at dawn.
Ellie, thanks for 2. Pizza is for trash pandas. Julie, thanks for the 5. If you hadn't had a horseshoe in Springfield, Darcy's pint, shut up and leave now. Go get one.
I've been to Springfield, Illinois many times. I've never had that. Okay, SF says, Megan, please show how to make your pizza on Locals. Folks, I've already done that. Mr. Fox has literally done 2 pizza streams. It's available on my Locals for subscribers only. So if you want to go subscribe there, you can use promo code TONSILTWINS and you can get free 2 months on me when you sign up for a year. All caps Tonsil Twins will get you access to all that content, including Pizza Night with the Foxes.
Man, I'm gonna do a pizza night stream. It's gonna be like me ripping the top off of a Michelini's, slap it in the microwave for 1 minute and 30 seconds, dab a little salt on it, bam. You're gonna
That's
be like, damn,
disgusting.
Tug, that was the shortest pizza stream I've ever seen.
Oh my God.
Uh, I'll show you how to use the Papa John's app. That would be
That would
hilarious.
be so funny.
The
Pug
watcher.
does a pizza stream. The camera comes on. It's just your phone on
It's
the Papa
supposed to
John's
be
app.
like, how do I order a chicken barbecue pizza today?
And then it's you playing video games until the pizza guy gets there. I'm still trying to figure out how to stream my Oculus because I play Beat Saber like a badass. Like I'm really good at Beat Saber. Well, I'm at the hard level. I can do hard level pretty well. But it's so much fun, and I'm so much better at it than my kids because my kids just flick their wrists around. I use my entire body, thank you very much, because I want a workout. So I will dance to that shit. And I really need to figure out how to live stream it. I'm still not there, though. I still haven't figured it out. Once I figure it out, though, I'm going to be Beat Sabering it like crazy online.
I
Just
had
saying.
I had a pizza guy come, and I'd given him just I give him a $6 tip, and I put in the note that I have a cash tip too, So he came up here, and he was pissed. He was like, "Oh my God," he really mentioned it, and I was like, "Did
He
you
was
read
pissed
the
at a
note?"
$6 tip?
Yeah, pissed about a $6, and I was like, "Well, you did read the note, like where it
What did the
says
note
that,
say?
it said there's a $10 cash tip as well."
Oh.
That's what it said. And, he was so
So he
embarrassed.
got a $16 tip on
Yeah. Uh-huh.
how much was the pizza?
$40, I think.
Oh, all right. But that's
Yeah.
that's a really nice
Yeah,
tip.
man, but like people around, like I don't know, small
That's
town.
a really nice tip. That's
Small
a really
town.
nice tip though for a $40 that's more than 20%.
Yep. Yeah,
That's
but this, I mean, 6 to be. I mean, I'm sure they
even
get.
$6 on. I mean,
Well, it
that's
sucks.
still,
Like they add like you have tax, $5 delivery fee on top of everything else. It's like, geez, man. By the time if you have something delivered, it's insane anyway.
that's
what
a
the
good tip
kids.
though. Like I'm a waitress. I know what good and bad tips are. And anytime you give me 15 to 20%, that's a great tip. Like
Oh.
I'm
I
happy
tried
about
that
that.
tip. I tried to tip away. I tip there's what is that place called? There's a steakhouse down here I like to go to quite a bit, and the lady that seats you knows my name and all my kids' names, like knows us all. And I was like, you know what? Let's tip that lady too.
Yeah,
just
tip her
because.
too.
Hell
Because
yeah,
that's
man.
awesome.
Yeah,
God,
I mean,
I feel like I'm making you stay online forever. I should go so you can get through your super
get out
chats
of here,
and go to
Megan.
bed. I think I'm gonna go.
I'm not going
'cause
to bed, but I need to.
I'm keeping you from getting off of here, and I feel bad about that. I love you guys in the chat, and if you
Get
have
out of
any, I will listen and I will answer your super chats in the chat. That way, poor Tug can just get on with his stream because I will just keep derailing him about bullshit for the rest of the night.
How
Love you,
dare you,
Tug.
Megan? How dare you? No, there's love. It's love. It's all meant in love. So, yeah.
All right, but I'm going to leave you in peace.
Okay. All
peace
right.
be
Have a
with
good one.
peace be with you, Pope. Peace be with you, Pope.
Yes. Let me bless this on your way out.
All right, see ya.
I'll catch you later. The Watcher, thanks for the 5 there. Poor Detroit, when pizza is the best thing you can talk about, and then nobody agrees. That's a funny super chat. That's a good one. Janice, thanks for the 10. Stick. It's been an hour. I'm going to call Shara Michelle. She'll never hop on. Then Lynette, and she will put you on the hat rack. I got another song too. I have 2 songs actually. I play another new one in the Mac. I was like, well, I liked the one I started with, so I'll play the other one at the end. Crystal, thanks for the 5. Love the Roadhouse remake. We just have to watch with a sense of humor, but definitely different enough from the OG to be its own movie. See, that's what I said. I talked about it. I was like, it's gonna Jake Gyllenhaal. I mean, it was enjoyable to watch. It just isn't Roadhouse. You know, you have to have the mindset that it's a different movie. And that, honestly, that's the person who made its fault. That's them deciding that they would go out. I understand why, because it's a good, it worked as a sales ploy. It worked very well. But at the same time, oh, you can't outdo the original Roadhouse. That is a freaking masterpiece. It is a masterpiece for all the right and wrong reasons. It's a great, it's just fun to watch. Snake Plush Kitten, thanks to Nick Rickett is Law Pope, has the hat. Yeah, he's a law. That's what I said. He's a law pope. I'm the pope of everything else. Tracy, thanks for the 10. I do have a very particular set of skills I've acquired over a long career, skills that make a nightmare for people like you from taking, but it still applies. That's indeed true. I could see that being said. What's up, baby Godzilla? Man, I've been introducing my oldest to Godzilla movies. And not the new, you know. I mean, we've watched the new stuff. I haven't seen the brand new one, but talking about older Godzilla, man, I love Godzilla movies. Thanks for the 5 gifted memberships, by the way. We talk about those. We get derailed on that on Flashcasts when we go on there sometimes. Lauren, thanks for the 5. Greg, wouldn't it played this well? He found a way to answer the MTC at lunch with Douche Canoe's own words. Yes, indeed. Well played. That is true. Very true. Mike, thanks for the 2. Megan sends you a Pond Scum IT goatee. She'll see that. She'll find it for sure. And she's listening too. So check that out. Heather, thanks for the 2. Pizza money. Oh man, maybe I can actually look. That's $2. Man, that's enough to buy my pizza. Dan, thanks for the 2. Tug, can you forward to Megan Fox? LOL. Toffee popcorn, thanks for the 5. Pizza money, no pineapple. Indeed, no pineapple. I agree with that. Actually, I like chicken barbecue pizzas myself. I don't know. I've been on a kick with that. Like if I get one, that's where I've been. Casey, thanks for the 5. Tug and Megan, were you aware that Disney bought Epstein Island to create an amusement park for the Disney ships to stop at during What? Oh my God, I was not. But that is creepy as hell. Seneca Cheap, thanks for 10. I suspect that Owens is actually infertile. Oh, yeah, Laura Owens. The relationship contracts, fake pregnancies are to give her a fantasy of a normal boyfriend who puts up with her and having a child with him. I mean, it's just, that is so far off in the weeds. It is something. Catherine, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the whole situation, not what you said, but like this situation, contracts and stuff is freaking craziness. Catherine, thanks for the 3. She was smuggling a turtle for a purgatory. Is that what that thing was? It wasn't a moon bump. She was just smuggling turtles down to Levy County. Higgles, thanks for the super chat there. And bless you too, Pope Tuck. Oh, thank you. Thank you, my child. Heather, thanks for the 5. I was able to bury my fetus baby when I miscarried. As far as I'm concerned, I lost a baby. I had to have a DNC just to be safe. Indeed, you know, and you did. You very much did. You know, that's why, again, not going to rant about this, but that's why stuff like this, it bothers me when I talk about this type of false allegation and other types of false allegations. Because again, it's people trying to use tragedy for clout. And it puts people through a lot of emotional turmoil. I mean, that's why people end up backing them at first. You know, because been through it and they know that. They know it. It's such a disgusting weapon. Fancy Pants, thanks for 10. Thank you for honoring mothers that have lost babies through miscarriage. Sadly, I'm part of the club. Love the support here. Indeed. I mean, when we talk about it, this is something I hope that comes through when we discuss allegations and everything else. I would, if you can deal with the people that do these kind of just unthinkable things, maybe we can get to the point where we support other people. We don't I never want to question a person about this issue, ever. I never in my life thought there would be a need to. Ever. And for somebody, how dare somebody set this up where that's now something that people think about. It's just that it's horrible on so many levels. K-Rap, thanks for the 10 there. Sometimes the hospital negligence is simply a doc not wanting to stay past their shift. That's true. Very true. Had a doc send me home knowing I likely had appendicitis. I did. Tore him a new a-hole next morning. You know what? They probably didn't even care. Mean, thanks for the 2. Make Americans friends again. Yes, indeed. There's the Megan in that. Cynic in Chief, thanks for 2. Tug streams with worse people. I stream with only the best people. I stream with everyone. You know, I get along with everyone too. Everyone. Like Flash and I, we've known each other since I started. You know, like these are people. I don't get in the insanity that goes along with a lot of things. I don't want to. I'm not saying I've never been in it. I get into it sometimes, but I don't want to. You know what I mean? I want to be. I didn't cover comics to go after indie pros. I wanted to talk about the mainstream. I didn't get into talking about cases to fight with YouTubers about stuff. I want to talk about what's out there and, you know, something that could potentially impact quite a few people. If people disagree or they have their own drama, let them, you know. Shieldmate, thanks for the 17 months. Camelot will be racing in Tennessee. Will you go see him? Maybe, if I have a chance. Yeah, I like Camelot. I get along with Camelot very well. I like Camelot quite a bit. So it just depends. You know, it depends on what's going on, kids, everything else. But if I get a chance, for sure. Like I said, I like. What's up, Cynic? Thanks for the 44 months. Wow, thank you, brother. Remember, since Vic and before Bug existed, this upstart Megan person has nothing to do with the OG Platinum Grill Master. How dare they? How dare she? Jesse, thanks for the 14 months. Been here since the Deb trial. I love your channel. One thing I look forward to. Pickle Megan. You're awesome too. All right. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. I'm gonna song this out. Let's do a new one. I made 2. I'll put the other one on like a beginning of a stream, but I mean, this is relevant, so let's go with it. And we're gonna leave on this note.
That should be to my win on your boulevard. Watching the pills, very Lord of Flesh, trying to act hard. Talk trash like you wanna step to me. A player, baby, you ain't even an NPC. It's that umbrella guy, dropping all the bass, sold in the slug, saying you can keep this epic pace. Thinking you can trade rounds and make a stand. You fuck with you clown, eating my verbal backhand. It's that umbrella guy, coming back for more. Dust off the platinum grill and even the score. Yeah, I'm sitting here again, still wrecking liars. With my bass-driven verbal force amplified. You talk the bigger game until you got caught. Then you slink away knowing that you're bought. Just a parasite caught in my epic fall. Pretending you were a real man just a second ago. Why you wanna pretend? Acting like a player when you're just a faux backbone. Step into this real mic slayer.